And we are live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Le Bordeaux Sang, a Vampire the Masquerade 20th Anniversary Edition 20. Actual play game set in Bordeaux, France. My name is Gabe. I am nominally running the shindig, and I get to be the storyteller and usher all of our lovely players through this weird little world we've created. Who the hell are the rest of you?
My name is Wendy, and we only have two of our players here tonight, but my name is Wendy, and I'm playing the character of Marie Suzette, the covert Zamishi who pretends to be a Toreador for reasons.
For reasons? Like not getting staked out for the sun?
Yes, exactly.
And I am playing the character of Roland, the Irish soldier of fortune who is increasingly getting just perturbed by all of the shenanigans that are happening. And, well, let's just say it may coincide into something fun today.
Yeah, we plan on making this like the slap part too.
The slap?
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the slap part too?
No.
Do you want me to show y'all like while we're waiting for viewers to show up, because we don't seem to be having anybody on here right now, so we might as well. So wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share audio just for fun. Ready? You guys all see this YouTube video?
I mean, I can.
Okay, great. I don't know how he stands. Slapping everybody. Slap, slap, slap. Slap, boom. Looking for more people to slap. Well, she was looking at her phone. She deserved it. This is what happens when you don't let cops have guns. No, I'm kidding.
I mean...
Oh my God, he slapped a kitty cat. Kill him.
It's nice to know you have your limits, your boundaries, Wendy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a very very did everybody see, did that actually show up on the stream? I feel like it didn't.
Did you not add it?
Okay. I thought I did. Okay, wait, let me try it. Okay. What I was showing y'all, let's try that again. I didn't. 1 second. Now I'm back on there. Sorry. Slap part 2. Tonight's episode, here is a preview. Sorry about that. I thought I had put it up.
From the makers of one of the most successful dramas in recent history comes the follow-up series, The Slap, Part 2.
You know what? They'd already started repairs, so we couldn't even take it anywhere else.
That's shit the way they do that.
Tell me about it. 2.5 grand later, and then... Hey, what's going on?
It's mine, Daddy. Noah keeps taking away from me.
Noah, give it back.
No.
Noah, give it back.
No.
I said give it back now. Noah!
Larry, what the hell are you...
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry. Oh, are you all right? How did you...
Barry!
And then the Primogen show up. But not that. All right, and now the Primogen show up. Primogen. Archon. Elysium Keeper. Harpy. Sheriff.
The Slap, Part 2.
All right, there we go. Sorry, I meant to add that to the stream and I was being very silly.
So,
But when we last
left, our crazy little bloodsuckers, they had just met a pack of Sabbat who were laying low on the east bank of Bordeaux, trying to do some reconnaissance and seemingly plan their next move. There was no bloodshed, weirdly enough. They made some friends, some personal connections.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
They got to meet Armitage, who is apparently running the whole thing, as well as the rest of the weird little pack he's got. And they had just safely, unharmed, left the building where this meeting took place. Now, shortly thereafter, back up just a sec. At one point in the meeting, Marie had just had a small text conversation with Lyle Kersten, who is the Primogen of the Tremere, so he leads the Tremere in the city. And he's like, hey, can't talk now. Annabelle's here. Annabelle being someone that they rescued from some kind of weird sex dungeon. She's got a tale to tell. She went and she told it to the Privy Council, including the prince. And the story goes that the sheriff of the city, a man known only as Prévôt, which means sheriff, had kept her down there against her will, staked in a state of suspended animation with another woman, another vampire, who Annabelle didn't recognize. And then a few nights later, he brought down a human girl and abused her. And she is now decomposing, I believe, in the back room of Marie Suzette's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't our fault.
No.
We didn't actually kill her.
Yeah. For anyone who may have missed that, that woman was dead when these guys got there.
Yeah.
So coming out of this meeting with the Sabbat, both Marie Suzette and Roland very shortly have their phones start going off with a number
Actually, I just noticed I don't have my phone. Can I just run and grab it? I'm so sorry. Very professional, Wendy. I'm so sorry, guys.
The number of different people wanting to get in touch with them, probably for a variety of reasons.
All right, and who is exactly blowing our phones up, or at least blowing Roland's phone up?
So Roland has
blowing them with our phones off the back.
So Roland, just to start with him, has a message from Theodore, who is the Bruja Primogen. It says, we should talk privately.
Oh.
And who's on my phone?
You also both have messages from Celine, who is Prince Boyer's ghoul, and from Claudia, who is one of the Tremere in the city, helped you out with a little something. You helped her out getting a friend of hers back in ghostly form.
Yeah.
Let's see. Roland also has a text from Docteur, who is the Primogen of the Nosferatu, and that says, I would appreciate it if you could find time to have an in-person conversation with me tonight. Are you available?
Huh. The Nosferatu actually want to have an in-person conversation.
We're going to have to go into this.
Serious. Things must be getting serious.
Yeah. And then Marie, in addition to having... Yeah.
Am I muted?
No.
Am I muted? Because okay, sorry. I was about to say, are we going to be going down into the sewers? Because I don't want it. Okay. Do I have a text from a certain Primogen at all?
You both have texts. So you've got the joint text from Claudia and from Celine. You also have a text just for you from Nev Jose,
Okay.
who is one of the Harpies.
All right, and maybe
from,
other
and from
Primogen.
Gregory Darvaux, who is
Yeah, there
the
we go.
Toreador Primogen.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah. No, my Primogen wants to speak to us.
Your Primogen?
Well, I mean, my Primogen. I'm not even a. You know what I
Aren't
meant.
we just the bells of the ball?
Yeah. No. Well, you're not. I am.
And Anais and Geneviève, your companions of late, their phones have not been blowing up.
No, they have to.
And enough of your messages are directed to you and suggest that the people who want to talk to you privately. That they are cool, just kind of peacing out. They will catch you folks later. Geneviève needs to go drink. Well, I mean, I guess I have to drink a person because I can't just drink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
this sucks.
Yeah, that is how that
does.
works. That is how that works.
It does, but okay, darling. You just you have fun and sure. Sure. Yeah, you have fun with what you're doing, and Anais, I hope to see you later. We have a lot to discuss. The thing we discussed earlier.
Yeah, we need to stop somewhere first.
Yeah, I need to stop at my apartment and change.
Yeah, but we're going to be going up some heavy hitters. So I'll pick up some stuff and I'll meet you back at your place.
I thought we already had a bunch of weapons last time we were.
No, this is something completely different. Trust me, it's a cheap trick that I know that pisses off the Ventru to no end. You'll love it.
Well, I mean, okay. All right, darling. Well, yes. Is it something that you can get anywhere near my apartment? Because I really do want to get back and change. I feel like I've been wearing the same outfit for like months or weeks or something instead of just
I can pick it up at any shitty convenience store.
All right, excellent. Yeah. So we're gonna take a ride back to my place.
Mm-hmm.
Let me change the background real quick. And so I look around, like I just check, first I check in on Helene because I don't want to have a repeat of last time.
When you make it
I
back,
also avoid eye contact with her.
Mm-hmm. When you make it back to your apartment, what Roland and Marie find is that Istvan is standing guard outside. He's actually not standing. He's kind of back to the wall. It's like he slid down the wall next to the door. But he sees you coming and he stands up. Hey, where were you anyway?
We had a nice little talk at a warehouse. Are you? And I look at Roland. I'm like, are you going to need him for whatever this is that you're going to go grab?
No, it's just something I need to pick up at a convenience store.
All right. Well, why don't you get it right now, and I'll be ready in a few minutes. I just do you mind leaving him here to guard the door? I'm a little bit nervous these days for obvious reasons.
It's fine. Everything good?
It's been weird around here. I'll tell you later. But it's man, that Helene chick is whacked.
That's one way of putting it, or we thought she was. Well, yeah. Don't worry. Just wait out here. I'll be ready in a second. And don't worry. I've told her to stop messing with you.
Messing?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are, but unfortunately right now is not the time where we can have that talk. I would love to have that talk immediately, but now the best thing we can do is just keep her where we can watch her. All right. Yes, I will see you in 15 minutes.
I'm not gonna need that long.
Okay, well, 10 minutes then. Do it however long the line is. Enjoy yourself. All right. I'm gonna go to my apartment and I'm looking around for Helene and seeing if our prisoners are still locked up where they were locked up before.
We'll pause that for just a sec. So, Roland, after Marie goes inside, Istvan says, where did you find her again?
In that rape dungeon.
And who was keeping her there?
Didn't we go over this before?
I just refresh me. I haven't met all the players.
Is something going on with him? Roland is going to be trying to see if there's something in source out, or is he actually legitimately confused, or is like somebody riding him?
Sure. So he is clearly unsettled. Something is bothering him. His questions. He's not being. You've known him for a long time, so we're going to forgo a roll for right now. He's not being ridden or controlled or anything like that. He's just shaky on the details.
The sheriff was the one that kept her in that rape dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mel,
pity.
right?
He seemed like actually a decent guy up until the whole rape thing.
Yeah. Okay. Drinking milk.
Oh, by the way, trigger warning, guys. I don't think did we say trigger warning?
Oh shit! Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
do the second part of that. So
yeah, we really should have done that.
I was
said
excited
rape
to just
dungeon
jump
quite
right
a
in. This is a game about bad people doing bad things. Some of them not as bad. Some of them very bad. So your discretion is advised. Might get into some body horror, metamorphosis kind of stuff, but yeah, with Marie around, that's always a possibility. But there's no specific other content warnings. But please, this is supposed to be horrific. It's supposed to be fun. So just use your best judgment. All right. We don't want to freak anyone out to the point that they're unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
If you get freaked out and are happy about it, we like you. That's what we're doing.
I also believe this episode is going to run a little long tonight.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
A number of these interactions might be very quick, actually.
Good.
So, back to Roland and Istvan. He says, she just, I know that, I've had it happen with, I think you call it domination or whatever. It's just, it's never fun. And
No, it's not.
Okay.
You need to let me know exactly what it is she did. That shit's unacceptable. And afterwards, I'm sorry. This is partly my fault.
No,
After all of this shitty business is taken care of, I'm going to show you a couple of tricks I use to get over this sort of thing.
Okay.
For
Okay,
now,
so
just think about who you are and know who you are.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that helps.
Okay. Yeah. No. Just got weird. It's almost like it's harder when I can't make sense of it. Like I don't know. She's having us do this like soap opera thing.
Soap opera.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right. This lady is 10 times as fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I got this. Wayne, you wanna talk more later, but we got to be on mission right now. So
yeah, no, but when we have some downtime, I'm gonna train you up. I don't want this shit to happen again.
When Marie Suzette comes into her apartment, what she finds is Federico sitting in the hallway next to the linen closet where you are keeping Alicia Vandenstree. And that is how you see me immediately. I'm sorry?
I look over at him and go, "Lover's tryst."
We're working some stuff out.
I would rather if you did
inside the closet, asshole.
Yeah, I would prefer if you didn't, and if you both kept your distance from each other.
All right. And gets up and he moves to the living room.
And then I walk over to the closet and I knock on it twice. I go, "You comfortable in there, honey?"
Oh yes. The decor is lovely. The temperature's just right. I really appreciate the little touches, like with the designs on the pillows. Very very, very chic.
Yeah. How are the arms and the walls? Are they keeping you held tight? Or is she not supposed to know about that? She's not supposed to know about that.
No.
I think.
Yeah, no. She...
Okay, never mind. Never mind. I didn't say that.
Okay.
All right then. Yeah, you just stay chipper, sweetheart. This will all be over soon. All right. Can I head into the living room too, just to check on, or just to try and find Helene real quick?
She's not in the living room. She wasn't in the hall.
Oh, she was?
No, she was not. She is apparently back in the back room with the corpse.
Okay. Yeah, she hasn't gone to the library or anything, has she?
Not that you find any evidence of, no.
Okay. And I just check in with her, and I'm like, having a decent evening, Your Grace?
When you come into the room and speak, she like beckons you in further. She's like curled up in the corner. Get in here. Get in here.
All right. And I'm averting my eyes, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like staring at the floor. What's going on?
They're here. The
Who's here?
Tarkus. You've got to protect me.
Ooh.
Please.
Yeah, I understand, but you gotta understand we've just what I need. Are you sure?
Am I sure? Sonia told me. And when before she says Sonia, she like looked at the corpse, like that is who has been telling her what's going on.
You haven't been spending any time with the Giovanni recently, have you?
Oh, those sister fuckers? No, of course not.
Okay, well, they don't just fuck their sisters.
Why are they here too? Are they backing the anarchs?
No. No, you're a little behind on everything. But don't worry, right now you're safe here. But I would suggest that you don't try to draw a lot of attention to yourself. If you like, you may stay in my bedroom. That is the most secure place in the apartment.
Yes, good. Okay.
All right, I just need to change clothes and then I need to head out, and I will come right back as soon as I can and help you out with all this. All right?
You are able to sort of coax her up to standing. She grabs your forearms and says, "Thank you."
And I'm still averting my eyes. You're
Don't
welcome.
know what this means to me. That she doesn't seem to notice.
Okay.
We should
All right, well,
probably, and then she leans in close. We should probably leave Sonia here. I don't trust her.
Oh, I don't. I totally intend on leaving Sonia here. You're going to the bedroom. I have a nice fluffy bed, and I have a couple of books on the side, and I have some good records. So, do you know how to use a record player?
I have never done it myself.
Okay. All right. I lead her back to my bedroom. Just give me a second. I need to change my clothes. Well, first of all, I'm like, okay. Have you ever heard of Elton John? Well, forget it. I'm playing him, and I put on Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and then I go behind my dressing. I need to get changed real quick. But Your Grace, I was wondering, is there anything else you've been overhearing, by any chance?
What do you mean?
Well, I just was wondering if maybe you heard anything that our other guests were discussing. Any possibility of that?
There's She like looks around and peers around hard, as if she's expecting to see shadows leering out from behind furniture.
Which I find extremely funny. For
They
obvious reasons.
seem to be involved romantically. He seems to have betrayed her and a court to the Sabbat, I believe.
All right.
She
And
is most displeased.
ooh, that's interesting. All right. One more question before I leave. I have 2 sets of earrings here. I have to have a very important meeting. I have 2 sets of earrings that could go with this. Now, which do you prefer? Ready? The pearls or the rubies? Wait 1 second. The rubies.
Rubies. They invoke
All
blood.
right. Good. Speaking of which, I will bring you back something to drink soon. But yeah, like I said, just stay in the bedroom. Listen to Elton John. He'll tell you all sorts of lovely things. And just try not to scratch up any of the records, all right?
Of course. Of course.
All right. All right. You have a good evening. And I grab my jacket and like I head down and I talk to Isfan. Look, Isfan, I'm really sorry about what happened back there. I've scared her into like staying in my bedroom for now. So if you want to have free reign in the apartment anyways, that'll be fine. Just stay out of my bedroom.
I'll just stay here, thanks. Also, as you walk past, Federico says, hey, so what happened? What'd you find? Do we have a deal?
There will be arrangements made for you involving a potential trip out of the city. But I can't detail that right now because I have to actually go make some of those arrangements. But the good news is you've been a big enough help that we have a potential out for you and for her. Although from what I hear, she's not too happy with you, is she?
Yeah, well, like I say, once I know we have a deal, once I can see the tickets, I'll tell you everything. Everything.
All right, then. I will go get you tickets. I'm afraid I had to spend most of my time in a warehouse this evening. But you, like I said, stay in the living room. If you go anywhere near the library, you will greatly regret it. If you go near the bedroom, you will greatly regret it. The lady the other lady here, she's a little more powerful than she looks. So, as you can probably guess. So, don't go anywhere near anything or you will greatly regret it. And I also tap the walls. I'm putting my hand on the walls because I want what's in the walls to have heard me too. They know how to act. Okay.
There's a creaking, almost like the structure settling. It hears you.
All right. Well, you have a lovely evening. I will be back as soon as I can. All right, and then I leave. Like I said, it's fun if just stay out of the bedroom. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
All right. My apologies, and don't worry. This will be handled again.
Yeah. Okay. So Roland and Marie are able to meet up again. What do you do?
Oh my God, you have no idea how much it pisses them off when you do this. Here you go. You can have one too. I made sure to get you one. Also, Istvan, I got you some gas station taquitos.
Okay.
I thought we left the Isfan upstairs. I thought we left.
They're
purple.
By the time Marie has sorted everything out, Roland is back at her door.
Okay.
Well, I got him some.
Oh, you got him some too? Good. Well, I'm changed.
and taquitos. I figured if he's standing guard all night, I'm going to grab him some what do you call it? Comfort food.
Hey,
That's nice of you. As it so
Good guy.
happens, by the way, Roland, I think I've come up with a pretty decent plan in regards
Plan?
to plan. Yeah.
For
It,
what?
For finishing the job that we came here to do.
Oh, okay.
I know that. No, really, I think I have a pretty good strategy. And who are we going to hit first? I suggest we hit Jacob first.
it is entirely up to you. You know who wants to talk to you. The one note that I will add is that Nev's message to Marie is pretty specific. She says, I have been appointed by the Privy Council of Bordeaux to verify the identity of the woman allegedly who is Hélène de Chantraine.
They know about Helene, apparently.
Ah, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
All
that
right,
must have been Annabelle was talking. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. She
Lyle
probably
mentioned
explained.
something. Lyle texted me and mentioned something about Annabelle. I don't know. Can we? I'm going to text her and ask her to meet us at the Regent Hotel. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you meet?
No.
And I text her and I say, meet us at the Regent Hotel ASAP, because we're going to go talk to Lyle too.
She asks, restaurant, bar, or is there a room? And
Well,
just to fill in, you do still have your rooms saved for you still.
Okay. My room. I text Lyle telling him. In fact, tell him. I'm also going to tell him. What did Claudia's message say?
Claudia's message says, I think there are some things we need to talk about.
All right. I text both her and Lyle. Meet me in my room at the Regent. Meet us at my room in the Regent. Roland and I will be there in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that I love this. And then on the way, on the taxi cab there, I'm going to start explaining my plan to Roland. For the audience, I'm not going to lay it out until I talk to Theodore Jacob about it, but we've already gone over it before. So what do you think?
Well, no, it's a good plan. And this is a plan that we've actually discussed already, and we've made some contributions.
Yeah.
In the interests of foreshadowing and surprise, we'll just say yes, and then we make suggestions and discussions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. That's going to be a few problems. We're going to have to make sure that they are looking for us. And I think some of the people we meet tonight are definitely going to be able to help us with that, not just Jacob.
Yeah. I also can go and secure some passage for Frederico and Alicia Vandustrie. I have a feeling that if they won't complain too much about freight if they're shipped freight to Ibiza.
No, and also, well, are they even with the tickets? He actually wants the tickets pronto. If you want, I can run back up and give them to him. But I'd rather not do that right now and give him an out, if you know what I mean.
Well, they're not gonna be tickets per se. They're gonna be berth on the freight so that nobody, because at least as I understand it, they want to make sure nobody knows that they're leaving and nobody knows that they're entering. So they're going to arrive probably on a boat smuggling drugs. Or no, actually, it's Ibiza, so it's probably the boat that smuggled drugs to Bordeaux and it's coming back. So
something like that.
But I mean, shipping freight means you don't have to worry about the sun at all because they don't have windows on freight ships. So
yes, I'm aware, but just so you know, try to keep that out of the Setites domain because I don't really trust them at all, and I'd rather not have them know what we're doing with them, if they even make it out of the city.
As far as I know, Ibiza is just a crazy den full of drugs and club.
That's not what I'm talking about. The Setites control the shipping of every clandestine material in and out of the city.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm
referring to. All right, then I'll see what else I can do.
All right. And then I guess we arrive at the Regent?
Sure. You got folks show up at the Regent. When you get up to your rooms, Claudia and Lyle are there. You have a message from Nev in transit that she'll be there soon.
Okay, good. All right. I sit down and I look at them. I'm like, okay, few things right out the bat. No more jerking me around. No more of these tricks or anything. Things have gotten really, really serious, and it's very clear that there's going to be quite a bit of upset. And I have a feeling that you've been kind of anticipating this.
Lyle says, I mean, anticipating is a strong word. But,
A lot of strong words are needed for you.
We've got to roll with the punches. So why did you want to talk to me exactly?
Well, should I tell him? I look at Roland. Should I just tell him
Go ahead.
vague, broad strokes about what happened tonight?
Roland is doodling something. Yeah, go ahead. Tell him.
We met with the Suzette tonight. We found them. We spoke to them. No, there wasn't a fight because there was no point in taking them on their turf right there, but we found out a few things. And I have reason to believe that there is something else they might be looking for in addition to some other things. They're not just here to take over the city. I don't think that was their initial plan. But yeah, there's a lot more chaos here, and it goes a lot deeper into this court. Now, firstly, I don't really think that you're involved in it for obvious reasons. But we obviously have an idea. We obviously know Prevo's mixed in this somehow. And quite frankly, I am wondering if that's even a huge shock to you.
Lyle, so let's get to Claudia first, actually. When you mentioned that you had met with a Sabat and not know anything about it, her jaw drops and her pupils have shrunk to pinpoints.
All right, can I take a look at her and just... Look, honey, we're doing a job we need to do. So if you're going to start getting upset, you're just going to have to deal with it. And before you ask, wait, Gabe, just out of character, Claudia does know, if I remember correctly. Claudia does know about me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So before you get all excited, he was there, Anais was there, various people were there, and I actually talked our way out of things. And they ended up accidentally telling me quite a few things, while all I told them were small little vague things that they were going to know already. So yeah. So if you're getting a little worried about that.
Lyle says, tell me more about Primogen.
Well, I mean, you're the one who's known him longer. He had a dungeon filled with women, and several of them staked. And I thought, and I look at Claudia, you talked to Annabelle.
Yeah, she told me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, why are both of us here? And she points between herself and Lyle.
Well, I figured that apparently you've been going around telling everybody about Helene. I wish you hadn't done that at the moment, because there's already enough chaos, and we don't need to be dealing with another one of Boye's little grabs right now, okay? Little things right now, okay? And apparently you've been going around telling everybody that that Helene is here. And look, don't get me wrong, we need to deal with her, and I really want to deal with her. He really, really wants to deal with her, but I can't be dealing with a bunch of people wanting to get into my apartment because an elder Ventru is in there who used to run the city.
So I wanted to talk to you for personal reasons, why is my sire here?
Oh, because I needed to talk to him too, and also I need to talk to a whole other person, and that's before we all have to. Before Roland and I have to go around and jump around to various Primogen or throughout the city. If you like, you can wait outside. I just need to get something through with Lyle real quick, and then I'll send him away. Or you can come with me. Why don't you come with us on the cab drive, and then you can talk to me privately.
I might like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then I look at Lyle. All right. Basically, I need you to stop dicking me around on the occult stuff because it may be getting even more serious than I thought. It may come down to more than just one little artifact. And if there's something you know, we need to know it now. Or at least we need to know enough to deal with it.
Here's what I know. I know that the Sabbat are dicks.
All right, you know what, Lyle? Look,
I don't know what you know. I don't know what you think I know. Fill in some gaps for me, and maybe we can work together.
Apparently, the Sabbat have come here not just as a random raid or not just a random grab for the city, but because they want a Somnatist artifact that apparently one of your former princes back in the day was obsessed with.
Huh.
They think it's still here. Now, I'm not sure if that thing even exists, but they seem very, very certain. And now the good news is, and here is some good news, 1, they don't seem to know what it is. 2, they don't know where it is. And 3, they think we might have it, which means that we can use that. And I do, in fact, have some ideas on how we can use that. We both have some ideas, and I put between me and Roland.
Use that, you mean to get rid of the Sabbat?
Mm-hmm. At least the ones in this city.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like that?
Tell me more about what you think I know.
I think you know about who the biggest occultists in this city are. I think you know because you're the Tremere regent, like in this city.
That was a look of. I'm sorry. That was clearly a look of pride.
Okay. All right. Okay, and I think you know where there might be leads to this. Maybe you don't know exactly where it is or anything, but I think you might know some people or you know some avenues towards finding some things out. Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I know about this artifact. I know that there are a handful of folks in town who have probably gotten wind of it. Mm-hmm. One of them.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Can I have a drink? Can I get a drink? I'm fucking thirsty as hell.
Okay.
Was that out of character
Roland,
or was that in character?
No, that was in character.
Oh,
Roland,
okay, sorry.
Could you call room service up?
Claudia says, I will happily attend to this.
Thank you very much. Thank you much. Thank you much, darling. Also, I was wondering if you know some places that might be some neighborhoods that might be a little more secure than others. I'm also worried that somebody broke into my home.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and that's not normal for someone like me. I think you can guess why.
I can get several reasons.
Yeah.
But anyway, jokes about living in dirt aside, I guess I could, so the north end of town, patrolled more.
I need some place with a big yard.
Oh, then you just want to go out to the Fulborg. And that's spread out. Most of
price is not an issue. We're going to have multiple.
Yeah, most of Fulborg is spread out enough. It's also a nicer part. Tend to be nicer houses, old chateaus, things like that. But don't hear about as many break-ins out there.
Also, I may need a little bit of your sorcery for all this, because there's some things I can do, but I might need something that can recognize blood and determine like recognize blood per person, not per clan.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about that later.
All right, come up with some ideas, because I might actually have some tricks up my own sleeve that you might find useful.
While we're talking,
Mm-hmm.
I, not kidding, really need to know about what's going on with Provo. I need to know everything that you know about finding Annabelle and why you think that Provo took her, and why she might think that Provo took her. And it's been thrown around at court that possibly the person found with Annabelle was Hélène de Chantraine, who, yes, was the princess of the city for a long time. But that could have been any dumb binch.
Well, let me put it this way. The
Really?
impressions I have gotten from her have not exactly been that of a sophisticated and well in control Ventru, but at the same time, that could always be an act. So the first time we spent with her, it did seem very Ventru. The second time was quite Toreador. The third was a bit Malkavian. Mm-hmm. And I am wondering what is even going on there.
So we're pretty sure it's Hélène, it sounds like.
I don't know her. Did you know her? How old are you anyway?
I'm old enough to have known the old princess. You should know that. You never ask a girl her age.
You're not a girl.
Damn. I thought it might work. Fine. Look, I would recognize Hélène de Chantraine if I saw her, assuming she hadn't had, work done.
I didn't do anything to her, if you're wondering.
Never crossed my mind. Why Provo? This is important. Why?
I look at Roland. Do you want to take this?
Well, you mean
You
the
were there
part
with
where,
us.
I mean the part where they said it was fucking Provo?
Aside from that, you have another reason, remember? There's a reason why we went looking where we went looking, and it had a lot to do with what Anais found.
Yeah, I mean, we used Anais, which, if you don't know, she happens to be a little bit of the old oracular insights, and yeah, we were able to track down Annabelle, and she told us quite a tale too about how Prevost stabbed her in the back during the Sabbat raid.
And that was corroborated by something Anais found on, what was it, a dress or something?
Yes, it was on, I believe, Annabelle's dress. So, I mean, given that what we found her in seems like Prevost staged her death.
Now, I'm wondering, judging by the doubt you're exhibiting, are you perhaps thinking that maybe she was dominated into thinking it was him, that maybe he's being framed? Because if that's the case, just keep in mind that what Anais, didn't she say that what she got off of it was that Annabelle, with whoever it was somebody at court and somebody she trusted?
Yes, it was an absolute betrayal. That was the sensation that was the emotional residue that was on the dress. But given the it seems like the Malkavianness that they seem to exhibit, which we know Annabelle isn't a Malkavian, seems like she's been drinking Malk blood.
Now, maybe I should bring up something else.
I'm just going to point out out of character that Lyle is having a hard time keeping a smile off his face.
Oh, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Roland didn't want to be
yeah.
this overt, but in for a penny, in for a pound.
There's another thing, by the way, Lyle, that happened to me a few nights ago. Somebody, and I don't know who, because they dominated me without me before I could, put my hackles up. And so they managed to erase the memory of who exactly it was. But I got threatened into trying to force Madeline Arini, is it? Madeline Narini out of the city. And here's the thing. I don't
need her gone.
Well, lots of people, but that's not the point. The point is that I don't think it's the Ventru, because if it was the Ventru, they would have just handled it themselves. They're the leaders of the city. There's no way they wouldn't have. And if it were one of you, I don't think you would bother even dominating me for it, especially given what you know about me. You knew about me at that point, so you could have just blackmailed me into doing it.
Or dominated you to do it publicly in a way that would reveal your Sabataline clan, and there we go. Yeah. Oh shit! Spoiler alert! As he looks to Roland. I'm sorry.
Jim, you're muted.
Roland's handing Lyle a doodle, and it's a picture of an octopus giving him the finger 8 times.
Very mature.
I think you missed your calling.
No, this is for fun. Don't want to get paid for something that you enjoyed this much. Anyway.
So, but the point is, let me think. Remind me again, who are the Camarilla clans that master the dominate discipline? Now, there's you, there's the Ventru. Who does that leave?
Someone who took an extracurricular course. Look.
It's also, what I'm getting at is that it might not just have been
it would be interesting to know who it was, but at the moment I'm slightly more concerned about the power structure of Bordeaux falling to fucking pieces.
Oh, we're about to meet plenty of the pieces tonight. That's going to be fun.
See, here's the thing that I don't know if you realize. Maybe no one has taken the time or crayons to explain this to you yet. Systematically, a prince's power is propped up by the sheriff, who enforces the prince's edicts. In Bordeaux's case, the prince also happens to have been best friends with his sheriff.
And we have heard that he's heard about all this, and that he hasn't so much as called the man in. I mean, I'm not asking for a blood hunt, but Jesus Christ.
Well, what he said when we were all discussing the matter, when Annabelle brought it up, was that he was not about to jump to conclusions based on a single distressed person's testimony, and wanted to find out more about the situation. He's going to be conducting an investigation. Some people brought up the fact that, well, Prévost would be the one generally to conduct such an investigation. That might be a conflict of interest. Also, that Prévost doesn't have any hounds, so there's no second sheriff in command to do that.
Wow, that's almost like it was wow, looking back on that, it's almost like it was designed. I can't believe it took your fucking courts 2 weeks to even try to start an investigation after you were right about this.
Not now. I mean, we
that as a
but tell you what, here's something that's kind of funny. You know how there was an investigation into what they said, oh, there needs to be an investigation into the sheriff. What the fuck do you think we were doing? That was the investigation.
Be that as it may, the point is that no one trusts the prince to actually investigate his best friend and strongest supporter. So there's a little bit of a schism happening.
Of course there is. It's a Tuesday.
Thursday, actually.
Oh, it's a Thursday. Sorry. It's a Thursday. Of course you guys are having a little schism and a power grab. What a surprise.
So, no one is grabbing power yet, but we have to be prepared for that. I just wanted to know how credible this whole thing against Prevost was, because it's funnier that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have a feeling you're taking great pleasure in watching the House of Cards fall.
Why do you say that?
Well, you're a Tremere for one.
For two, you can't keep a smile off your face.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, granted, he's generally like that. Also, you've shown a complete disregard for any sort of like propriety or real decorum for this entire court since we've met you. First time we saw you, you were dancing into the Grand Theatre at a funeral, playing jazz New Orleans funeral music and pretending to play a trombone. It's your disdain for the current power structure hasn't exactly been a secret.
It's true. I'm not a fan of what you call decorum. I think it is ridiculous. I do, however, appreciate a stable and safe place to live, place to do my work. My work in Paladin is almost level 68. I mean, that takes work.
No, it really doesn't. And more to the point, a safe and stable society, it really wasn't very safe and stable given the Sabbat attack. And it really wasn't safe or stable for Annabelle, was it?
I think that's the point he's trying to make here.
I would like to see something better than what we had. It's true.
Now, well, I mean, you better be careful about how you phrase that, though, Lyle. Now, I don't think you were, like I said, I don't think you were involved in this, but anybody else who probably heard you say that would probably think about how convenient it is that a very particularly timed and orchestrated attack, one which, actually only faked the death of one of your friends, is come along to basically completely destabilize Bordeaux. Also, I gotta wonder, did you know about Prevost?
I did not.
Really?
No, this is actually a surprise to me. How can I prove that to you? I don't know. But believe me, I dislike hypocrites.
You're a Tremere.
Doesn't mean I have to like hypocrites.
All right.
Now, I know that Tremere, the clan I was embraced by, practices a lot of doublethink and PR. I think it's ridiculous.
Everyone thinks you're creepy, by the way. I know that sounds rich coming from me, but I think that actually kind of emphasizes the point.
Yeah, something about blood magic, probably.
Yeah. And the fact that your entire clan was founded by, what's the good term? Thaumaturgical colonizer?
Interesting way to put it. I more think of it as curse appropriationists. Anyway, point being, Elen is back. Prevost is down. Boyer is running scared.
How down really is Prevost, though? I mean, how widespread is it known now? How much has Annabelle told everybody? Who has she told? Have the Nazis gone and spread it everywhere?
Funny thing about the Nazis that you mentioned. She told the Privy Council, that's who was convened, which includes Nev Rossetti and Jean-Claude Griffin, our local harpy. As well as Laura. Well, Laura was there because she was part of Annabelle's extended coterie. Would generally include the Elysium Keeper as well. So, considering that Doctor of the Nosferatu was there, who knows how many of the Nazis know, they may not want to get involved with this, though, because Annabelle has this weird thing about the Nazis knowing and not doing anything about it.
Well, I mean, knowing is their entire job. Speaking of which,
That's troubling.
Back to what we were talking about before, I would really like it if you could give me anything you think might be related to this artifact. Not because I necessarily think maybe it's here, maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't exist at all, but the idea that it does could be potentially very useful to us.
So are you saying that you want me to come up with a fake artifact?
Not necessarily. I think we might want to come up with it depends. Do we need a fake artifact? Because if there is a real one, you don't need to.
I can come up with a fake artifact. Sure.
So I'm guessing you are pretty skeptical about this thing's existence, which, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to hear.
I mean, I know that there are some other folks in town who have heard rumors about Hanadas artifacts hidden somewhere in Bordeaux from a long time ago.
And question, these rumors, how have they been spread by any chance? Would you know that? I mean, who do we know that likes to spread rumors? Particular group of kindred?
Alicia?
All right. I look at Roland like I really do need a drink. Can you handle the rest of this, or
What else needs to be handled?
Good question. Lyle, we will get back to you.
That's great. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know when I have something cooked up, and if I have any ideas about how to ensure a smooth transition of power.
Good to know. Let me know if there is any, and by the way, I'm not going to give you any more of my blood, just to be perfectly frank. So if you try any of that shit again that you tried when we first got here, it's not going to work. Not dealing with that shit. And all right, but I would like to see if there's some way I can find some kind of way to make something recognize blood, because it could be potentially very useful to me.
Interesting. I would need a favor in return, but we'll see what I can come up with.
I might be able to give you something very interesting. Not anything related to this in particular, but something you'd probably be very, very fascinated to learn about. That's why my hair's so big. It's full of secrets.
That's where you keep them. Ah.
In here and in here. All right. Let's
There is a knock at the door. Lyle says, "Oh, room service. I'll just show myself out." So there's a.
I don't have to worry about this, do I? Can I like sniff it?
By room service, I mean that there's a woman standing there.
All right. Can I? Is there anything that might indicate that she's been fucked with? Spiked with anything?
No.
All right, cool. Oh, thank God. And I just tossed one back. All right, where's Claudia? We got to get going. I want to talk to... What? By the way, where is Nev? We were supposed to have her meet us here, too.
That's right. Nev shows up.
Okay.
Sorry, a little bit occupied across town. What's going on?
You said you wanted to meet with us.
Yes, I wanted to meet This woman who claims to be Hélène de Chantraine, is she here?
No.
Didn't think so. This would be a weird place for her.
Yeah, it would be a very strange place for her. We weren't going to deliver a potential former princess into the hands of the Premier Chantry.
Mm-hmm. So where is she?
If we bring you to her, what are you going to do?
That depends on who she is. If she's actually Hélène de Chantraine, I will act in my sire's best interest.
And I just start laughing a little bit. Like, I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to outright like laugh too much, but I'm just like giggling a little bit. Okay.
I can be selfless.
No, that's not what I'm referring to, but that's not it. It's here's the problem with that. I don't know if it's her or not, and I don't want any more people sniffing around my fucking apartment.
Have there been people sniffing around your apartment?
No, I've just been dealing with a lot of traffic. What with keeping the we had to take care of Alicia and everything, and I'm just tired of people.
Oh, she's there too. Oh my goodness.
Were you not there at court? Like, we were the
I didn't
ones
realize
that were
that's where you had taken her.
Yeah, well, no, we were the ones tasked with hauling her ass. And it's the most secure spot I have.
She flops on a chair. I'm surprised Anais didn't just leave her ashes in a ditch.
Yeah, well, Anais feels like taking such a direct action would be a little too, I don't know. I get the feeling she doesn't want to seem like she's too invested in this woman anymore. That's not the point. That's not what's important here. Yeah, I've had to deal with some things. Can I tell you, there was a were-raven that broke into my apartment. That was fun. Totally unrelated.
How do you know?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There was a were-raven.
They like turn into a bird in front of you?
Oh, no. Well, not while she was in my apartment. No.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, this city is really screwed up. Like, I mean, you'd think the Sabbat would be enough. Roland, you want to tally off some of the things we've seen?
Things are weird everywhere. Anyway.
No,
anyway,
and I look at
like, why I got in touch with you. The
problem. Here's what I'm worried about. Here's what I'm worried about. We have reasons to trust each other. You know what those reasons are. I know what those reasons are. And I look at Roland. We have some secrets with each other, don't we?
Something like that.
Yeah. No, I said that in like reference to Nev and
No, I know. Roland is just being non-committal as always.
Nev leans over and behind her hand says, I know what her original nose looked like.
That's not funny, actually, but there's a story behind that. Anyways, point is, I said earlier, point is, we don't have to worry about her blabbing to anybody unless we put her right in front. She has some reasons to keep some secrets for us. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I am worried about. I'm worried that even if this person is a fake, that she could be potentially used in some way. There's something off here. And the fact of the matter is, I don't really trust your sire right now because he's just found out that his sheriff has been keeping people in a basement and he won't so much as try. Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Nev Rossetti's sire is Hélène de Chantraine.
Oh, wait. Did I get her mixed up with the... What did I get mixed up with?
So she is the prince's blood sister.
Okay. So why am I getting her mixed up with the... Shit, I got the characters mixed up. So I just fucked up this entire...
No,
interactions.
we're just gonna backtrack that one little bit. This is, and of course, Marie Suzette knows what the truth is behind all that, how that all worked out.
Yeah.
But yes, her sire is Hélène de Chantrain. She is the prince's blood sister.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Sorry, I got that. For some reason, I thought she was Boyer's child, or pretending to be.
There's someone else in town.
Am I getting? Yeah, I'm getting her mixed up with what's wrong with me? I'm so sorry. That was
All
total
good.
brain fart. What?
That's all good. But that is so, like, when she was talking about acting in the best interest of her sire, she was referring to Hélène.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, wait, I was right. Nev is the one who introduced me to court.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just got kind of confused for a second. Okay. Sorry. I got completely confused. All right. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Timon. Okay. So yeah, I look at her and I'm like, okay, what if you can probably tell us if she is, but here's the thing. I'm really worried that even if she's not, she could be potentially used. And quite frankly, considering there's some possible dementation going on around here, I'm not too excited about all this. You can understand the predicament here, but yeah, look, if we bring her to you, can we just can you at least promise us that you'll keep things quiet for now?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where?
Okay, and I look at Roland. Do we want to just take her back to the apartment and on the way to go see, who do we want to even go see first, Gregory or Jacob?
Well, Theodore Jacob said that he wanted to speak to me, so that's who I want to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we both need to talk. Okay, let's go see Jacob. He is really close with Boyer, and that seems like the more pressing issue.
What does Gregory Darvaux want?
Well, I mean, remember, I'm a Toreador, so I've been making waves. We all sorts of things.
Maybe he just wants to hide under your skirts.
He would not enjoy the experience, I promise you. All right. Yeah. Where's Claudia? And I got my drink, right? That woman at the door was my drink.
Yep. And she was happy to be discreet and remove herself from any conversations that might have been sensitive. Unlike the snacks that had been shown up to your rooms previously, this woman did not seem to be dominated or anything. She seemed to be totally in possession of her wits and the choices she was making.
Good. All right. Can I text just Claudia? I'm like, we're ready. We're gonna make a couple of stops, but we're ready. And I just want to make it a real quick stop back in the apartment to drop Nev off. I say to Claudia basically, like, we're gonna drop her off, and then we're going to and then we can talk.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
We need to handle this. Well, I don't want Helene alone with anyone else.
It's her child, or Roland.
So? Let's take care of this business right now, because apparently we have treason on our hands. Let's take care of the treason first, and then we can worry about this other shit.
All right, fine. All right, you don't mind waiting in the car? We really do have to meet with the Primogen.
Tell you what. Tell me when you're going to be headed back to your place. I know the address. I will meet you there.
All right, fine. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right. Can we meet up with Claudia and say let's go?
Yep. She's waiting in the lobby.
All right. What do we? Let's get in a cab and head over to wherever. Where's Jacob meeting us?
Theodore Jacobs is actually only a kilometer away at El Bodegon.
Oh, all right. Let's walk then, so we can just talk to her.
She's happy to walk and talk with you, and she says, "So, you found Annabelle, for which we are very grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Not to stack the favors against myself, but we would also appreciate any assistance you might be willing to give in seeing Prévost brought to justice.
We would love to do that. We would love to do that because I had my mind screwed with recently.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be shocked if he's involved. I don't know if it actually was him because my brain was scrambled, so I don't remember who it was. But yeah. Look, yeah, we would love to bring him to justice, but the problem is that I don't know what kind of support and what forces we're looking at. What's between us and him? Because I need to know. I already know your sire is all too happy to see this guy go down, but I don't think he's going to be all that helpful to us in that. I need to know what the position of the rest of the Malkavians are, and we need to meet with the other Primogen about this.
I mean, in terms of the other Malkavians, you could possibly speak with Victor St. Croix. He's their Primogen. There aren't many Malkavians in town, though, not for the last 100 years or so.
Mm-hmm. Any others?
Well, there's Victor, there's Xavier, and there's Prévost. I hear that the woman who just checked in at the Regent is also a child of Malkav, but she's from Normandy.
What woman?
We had a newcomer check in at the Regent.
I look at Roland. I'm like, just what we need, right? Like, this might as well happen.
Did she say why she was coming here?
To make a fresh start.
Oh, well, that's a lie if I ever heard one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she's not currently our concern.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Okay, all right, I think we need to talk to Jacob. We have some ideas for some things we might do.
How so?
We have a plan. Actually, you know what? She might be better source for this than Lyle even, because I still don't totally trust him. But, what?
Nothing.
All right. But here's the thing. Do you have any methods or abilities for us to be able to like make something or somewhere even sense an identified person's blood? Is there
As in, like a scanner?
Kind of like that, yeah.
And just it indicates it, or are we talking?
Well, like what my idea was that we would be able to put our own blood in the scanner, and they would know when one of us is near, and then they would know when somebody who is not us is near.
There must be a way to do it. I'm not sure exactly what it would entail.
Damn it. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. We're looking into a way we might be able to take care at least of the Sabbat threat for now, but unfortunately, Prévost is a huge wrench in the gears. And you're right. We definitely need to see to him first. But I don't totally have a plan for luring him in yet. I do have a plan for the people he let in, though.
Let me know how I can help.
Oh, yeah, we would love your help, actually.
I'm in with Bravo. But yes,
Yeah.
I will do a bit of research
Mm-hmm.
and see what I can come up with for this sort of...
Are you close with any no-sees?
I wouldn't say that I'm close with them.
Okay.
We've all called the Friends SOS hotline on occasion, but It's
Okay.
more like a public service they do.
Interesting. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Just be watch your back right now, and if you hear anything, let us know.
Of course.
All right. All right. And we'll see you soon. Okay. We have to talk
One other thought: you may want to change out your burner phones.
again. Okay.
Well, I mean, the Primogen have all of our numbers now. I mean, yes, you
Yeah,
always
true.
change your burner phones. That's why they're burner phones. You
Yes,
use them
I know.
and then you burn them.
All right. No, I guess we're taking another trip to the convenience store. I'm just getting really tired of this. Okay.
Peels off back north along Rue Sainte Catherine.
Where are we meeting, Jacob?
The bar down at the other end of Rue Sainte Catherine. His bar, big place.
All right. We're there.
Yep, you get there. Roland is family now.
Roland is what?
Family now.
Oh, family now. That's a weird sentiment.
And it doesn't take long for you to get a face-to-face with Theodore Jacobs, the man himself. Surly, kind of scraggly rock star, heavy metal musician.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I said to come alone.
No, she can. She has a proposal for you as well, but we can talk privately if we need to handle clan business.
Yeah, I'll go. I already had a drink. Fine.
You get another one.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Get myself drunk off the stuff. Okay. Do you have anything chocolate flavored? Never mind. Okay. Just call me back in a few minutes because I really do have an idea, and you know it's a good one.
Theodore basically wants to know, once you're alone with Roland, what you do know about finding Annabelle and Prevost's alleged involvement.
I mean, I found her in Prevost's rape dungeon. You know, it's not alleged. Annabelle was swearing up and down it was him. We used some powers of the blood to track from the dress she was wearing on the night of the Sabbat attack. She told us that apparently he stabbed her in the back during the night of the Sabbat attack, and kept her into his little rape shack.
He, in a snap, stands, lifts up the coffee table, and flings it in the window, which cracks and shatters, but the table doesn't go flying through.
Yeah, that was kind of my reaction.
Prevost, oh God. If it's true, and I'm not saying it isn't, what happened to Annabelle is disgusting, and it needs to be dealt with.
Damn straight.
Boyer also needs to be dealt with.
All right. How do you want to handle it?
I'm still figuring that out. I've got an idea that some of the other Primogen are unhappy with how he is handling things, taking some testimony at face value, and then requiring an investigation for other situations. It's not right.
The funny thing is that we were investigating the Sabbat raid. So that was the investigation. If you want to use that as as part of your tool against them, I see no reason why not. I mean, that's why I came to this town in the first place, was to investigate this damn Sabbat raid. I was, blessed by the prince in order to find this thing, so he shouldn't need another investigation.
I'm concerned reasoning, like you're showing, accurate as it is, isn't going to be enough.
No, wouldn't be the first time that an inconvenient truth has been swept under for event truth. Prop up a rotten regime.
I would appreciate
keeps me in business, though.
Hold off on the invective against him.
Oh, all right.
But I understand what you are saying. We can't tolerate this any longer. I don't know what the next step is, but we can't keep going like this.
No.
I wanted to talk to you to see if I had your support. Not everyone in our clan can be counted on for this.
I understand. I'm an outsider, so my support in terms of clout is going to mean jack shit, and you know that. But, at the very least, I'm definitely interested in taking Provo down. And if that case, but I'll back your play if I can hear what your play is. You said you didn't have it all sorted out. I would need to hear the rest of your play, but I like you a damn sight more than I like pretty much everybody else in this damn city. So...
Step one, determine your resources. I am going to put out some feelers to see if there are other Primogen, or to find out where the other Primogen are with this.
Well, I can give you a hint if you'd like.
What do you know?
Well, Lyle seems very interested in making sure that this... he was very, very unhappy with the news. We had to talk to him. So, at least the Tremere, which I don't know how much that's going to be of use to you.
Really? Lyle
Yep.
Kirsten.
The very same, jackass and all. And he might have been blowing smoke up our ass, but I don't know. A sheriff running a rape dungeon tends to get a lot of people angry, if it's true, which it is, but I understand if it's true.
I'll follow up on that. If you hear anything else, let me know.
Can do.
There are a few that I know will back Boyer's play, whatever it is. And there are a few I'm less sure about. It would be good to know who our friends are first.
Yeah, you don't want to have a clan civil war on your hands right after this damn Sabbat raid has already weakened your position. God knows the fuckers from Paris are looking for any reason to go and assert dominance from the domain. Yeah, I know. I hate politics, but I still understand them.
Yeah, if you hear anything about Madeline either, let me know.
Yeah.
She was oddly quiet.
She was at the Privy Council meeting?
She was. There was precedent from the last time when she got to sit in on Boyer, all but proclaiming death sentences on Katerina, Giovanni, and Alicia.
Huh. Well, maybe she should...
Boyer thought he could grandstand more in front of the emissary of his nemesis.
Well, that's really, really stupid when it comes to an allegation of treason. You want to make sure your own house is in order before you entertain foreign guests. Apologies, I didn't mean to go and throw another invective. You did ask me, and I apologize, but just tactically speaking, that sounded really stupid.
No argument here. Now, what did your friend want to talk about?
Well, we have a plan to take out the Sabbat.
Bring her up.
All right. Yo, Marie! Get in here! You're muted.
That. Yeah, I know. I just said that, babe. Oh, did you take down the No Girls Allowed sign? Great. 1 second.
You would have liked Tanya. I think she would have liked you.
I'm really glad to hear it. She sounds fun. All right. Basically, we need a few things. We're going to need a fortress, a big truck, some ghouls, and some of your boys. And we're going to need a few rumors spread. And this is the idea. Here's the idea. What we're going to do, well, mostly it's my idea. He had a few additions to it. But one of the things we really want to do is lure the Sabbat into a place where we can attack them. Now, the thing is that I have a potential, well, I don't have a location, but if I had the location, I could make it into exactly the sort of place that would be perfect for that. And I don't mean like your run-of-the-mill sort of fortress. I mean something that could do something pretty special. I'm not going to elaborate on how, but
we're going to turn it into a killing ground.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it into a killing ground, and not your usual type of killing ground, and one that most people would not expect. Now, here's the thing. No one is going to come after us onto our killing ground. And yes, it needs to be something I'm managing. No one's going to do that as long as he's with us. And I just point to Roland. And that's going to be kind of an issue. So what we need is for the Sabbat to believe, 1, that we have something they need or want, and 2, that this idiot is out of town. And the whole, yeah. So the plan is...
What do they want?
Do you think we can tell them?
Well, I mean, the thing is, we have an idea of what they're actually after. It wasn't after just after this, but suffice to say, they think that there is something here that they want, and we're going to make sure that they think we have it. Just the old,
right now they
classic dangle. The classic dangle.
Here's my. Yeah, basically they knew that we don't have it now. They don't know where it is. They're after not a artifact, okay? They're after not a artifact. I think it's fine if I tell him right there. It's fine.
Not as
all right.
Like something that the Tremere might have.
Yeah, but something that also we might have.
Something that they would want.
Well, the Tremere, just as much as the rest of the Camarilla, completely deny the knowledge and acknowledgement of the antediluvians, and for the most part, Cain and Nod. But yeah, something that somebody magical would have, or something deep, very deep in the city. So what I propose is, and that's, well, you do know what the Sabbat's main aims are, right? You do know their whole philosophy.
They're a doomsday cult.
It's a little more complicated than that. They're an anti-doomsday cult. Their entire idea is they believe that the antediluvians are pulling the strings behind everything and are going to bring about Gehenna. Their aims are to use whatever means possible to destroy the antediluvians before they can cause Gehenna. Did you not? Okay.
I did it differently.
Yeah, they're basically the guys that are like, hey, let's stop that whole 2012 Mayan back tune thing, basically.
Yeah.
Look, it doesn't matter whether...
That I heard about.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether this is all just a load of shit. What matters is they believe it.
Right.
They believe it, and that's what we want to use. We need them to believe that we have, 1, that we have acquired this artifact. 2, that we are keeping it within a particular stronghold. And 3, that this one is gone. So what we do is we spread some rumors about things, that we went on a little search, that we may have found something. All right. and then also that it has somehow caused a rift between us, and that he has been sent on some sort of mission. We need to make sure that their ghouls see his ghoul driving a giant truck out of this city that would obviously seem to have some weapons and possibly a coffin in there, and then just report back to their masters. Their masters will be very interested to hear this. One, they'll send some people after the truck, of course, which is where your guys will come in, because you guys are going to be the actual ones in the truck with your own ghouls, ready to ambush them.
Chance to go after the Sabbat that took so many people from your clan.
Mm-hmm.
So we figured it would be wise to let you have a chance for vengeance as well.
I do.
Also, you're big and strong. Meanwhile, our new stronghold, which is going to be the place where we're hiding the big, fancy thing, shiny thing that they want, they're going to storm that, believing that our resident death machine isn't there. Our resident death machine is going to be there, and I'm going to be supplementing what he can do with some environmental factors.
The idea basically is to kill as many of them as possible.
Again, I like that idea. I've heard through the grapevine that Toulouse is having some trouble, and that there are other Brujah involved. Disenfranchised Brujah. I mean, properly disenfranchised.
Oh my god, a Toreador prince disenfranchising the Brujah?
I know.
Shocking.
And someone who just so happens to wander looking for might just be the right person to send up there, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see that. I like it when we're on the same page.
So,
but would they believe that you would send Roland to do that? He's not exactly a diplomat, but if you believe that, with the idea that he'd be,
if they just need help, I'm just sending bodies.
Okay.
I was actually thinking of also if we could bring Mike along too. He was the one that brought me here. That would make a lot of sense.
Mike should oversee the truck.
I'll talk to him unless you would like to talk to him.
Bring him in now.
You're the Primogen. You have primacy.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right.
I think that things are being handled badly. I think that your coterie are doing good work. I am not alone in that, but I am also, that isn't a universal opinion.
Oh.
So,
would you mind letting us know who might be displeased with our performance?
Victor de Saint Croix.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
Malkavian Primogen.
Oh, well, I wonder why.
Mm-hmm. Gregory Darvaux.
What?
Bravo.
Wow, that's great news for me.
Regardless of what he thinks of you personally, he's going to side with Boyer publicly. Because he's a coward.
Why?
If he's a coward, then...
he's bad at it. Because it seems like...
We can talk about that later, Marie, but thank you. Is there anyone else?
Well, Boyer himself, and he has enough... in addition to being the prince, he is the venture Primogen. So, if he commands it, members of his clan will also work to make your lives harder. And as much as they don't have much in the way of physical enforcers, they have enough resources and contacts throughout the city that they have other means besides confronting you directly.
That's a pity. I was really hoping that Boyer would appreciate us looking into the Sabbat attack for him, but that's gratitude for you. Apologies
Until it
again.
turned up one of his oldest friends.
Well, I suppose that's the problem. I guess.
Do Do you think that Provo is actually involved with the Sabbat? I mean, I know that you were investigating and you found a thing, but
At the very least,
He really did.
He stabbed Annabelle in the back during the Sabbat raid. Could it have been a thing of opportunity? Possibly. I can't rule it out. But I mean, if he's taking women during a Sabbat attack, I mean, the timing. He's the sheriff. There would have been other ways. So I don't know.
I'm just going to suggest that you not try to tie Provo to the Sabbat without very, very strong physical evidence, because he is generally seen as a beacon of Camarilla ideals. He actually killed his blood brother for starting a Sabbat pack in the city several decades ago.
All right. Good. Thank you for the advice. We'll make sure to just leave everything strictly about the rape dungeon then.
For the time being.
Yeah, and then we'll see what else we can just shake up. All right. But thank you. You've been straight with us so far, and hopefully we've done some work for you as well. I'll let Marie in on some
I'm
things
right here.
I know. I'll let Marie in on some things, but obviously clan business is clan business.
Speaking of, things are not stable right now. What do you know about Geneviève?
Shovelhead. But we took her in.
What kind of person is she?
She's in over her head.
Sensitive. Okay, let me put it this way. When Caterina Giovanni met the son, she sat down with her and gave her a pep talk.
We were going to find her a sponsor, a surrogate sire. I don't want to take up anyone's time and attention with that right now, though. Please inform her that at her earliest convenience, she should come see me here. I will be her surrogate.
That's very nice of you. Yeah, that sounds great. Win-win. Let me ask you something. If there is this power struggle and everything, what do you think everybody's priorities are going to be coming out of it? What do you think the situation for Toulouse is going to be? I mean, I have a hard time believing that a giant schism within this city is, one, going to do much to protect your independence from Vion, or two, do much to help the Toulouse situation, which I hear is pretty testy right now. Also, do you have any idea what's going on with Madeline?
If I were her, I would be calling in shock troops.
Do you think those shock troops are going to be coming from her sire or from somewhere else?
I mean, I expect they would be coming from Paris, ostensibly.
Yeah, that's going to be that's a problem.
Fun.
So we're going to need to keep her. We want to keep her in this city. We want to keep her in this city where we can watch her, because otherwise you're probably screwed.
Yeah, part of the problem that we're facing is that I've made personal overtures to Boyer. Told him that this is not the way to do things. That if things were going this way, I couldn't keep supporting him, and he hasn't listened. At a point, we need to move from words to stronger actions, and that needs to happen quickly, because we do have wolves at our door, and the longer things stay unstable, the more likely we are to get eaten.
Yeah, and You said that my Primogen is only going to be siding with Boyer because he's a coward. So am I to believe that almost everybody who's going to be standing with Boyer is not really doing it out of confidence in his tactics?
We're talking about politics.
Yes.
People have lots of reasons for what they do. Most of them is kind of self-interest.
So the reason why I'm curious is because I think that if all his supporters really do think he's going to be screwing up and are only hitching his wagon right now because they think it's the surest bet, they probably have contingency measures in place, and those contingency measures could eventually get in the way of anything actually effective at fixing anything, and that's what I'm concerned about. Do you know what I mean?
It's a good thought.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we've got you on our side. We need to figure out where the undecided lay right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, good news is I just got a text from Gregory Dervo. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I checked my phone just to check. I haven't spoken to him once since I got to the city. It's insane. I've spoken to you a couple of times.
Speaking of phones, actually, Marie, you also get a text from Mark. Someone wants to talk to you.
Last time, and I'm texting back, last time you said that I didn't really enjoy the experience. Who is it?
He apologizes for his poor manners and promises to behave.
And I look at Roland. Can I talk to you privately, please?
All right.
I'm sorry.
Monsieur Jacobs, do you have any more business for us?
Let me know what you hear.
All right.
Discuss more. I'll start drumming up resources.
Thank you.
Appreciated.
Oh, and one other thing. We're probably going to need to stockpile some blood. So we have somebody we could probably send on that errand. And I look at more like Genevieve might be able to handle it. But if you could maybe clear someplace out just to be absolutely sure, maybe find some place. Give us a suggestion of where the best place to do that is, because you
mean just a place to store it?
We need a place to get it from that we don't. Last time we ran it. Last time you visited a hospital, Roland, it didn't go so great. So,
do you care if it's fresh?
It doesn't even need to be fresh. It just needs to be It just needs to be something we can use.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are Ventrue, so it'll be fine, I think.
I'll get a name.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. You may actually be the only reasonable person in this city. Congratulations.
Thank you. If there's nothing else, I have a few other things to follow up on.
All right. I do appreciate this, sir. And hopefully we will be able to come up together on this. I'm going to be basically going to be looking for a big house with a big yard. Maybe my Primogen actually could help with that. I wonder if he's an architect or something. Huh. All right. Well, thank you very much. We will be getting in touch as soon as possible. We just need to handle a few more errands tonight, and then we'll try to send you a decent update.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, you folks are able to have a private discussion.
All right. Look, I just got a text. Do you remember that guy who sabotaged me and I don't know who it is?
Yeah.
Who scrambled my brain? He wants to meet again. Yeah, he wants to meet again, and he promises to be really nice this time. Now, my problem is I'm worried if I don't go and meet him, he's just going to track me down and find me anyways. So I don't know what to do here.
No. Could be them trying to take us out before we meet with the prince.
That's a definite possibility. See, the thing is, yeah, because that's, yeah. I mean, for all we know, it's Prevo himself.
Oh, that would be nice. If he attacks me, then I can go and drag him before the court for violating the third tradition. That would put Boyer in quite a bit of a pickle.
It really would. I don't think he'd like that too much, but hey, they started it.
He attacked me. What am I supposed to do?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, okay. Can you play bodyguard for me again then?
I can. Do we want to do that? I'll also go and see if we can't set up a meeting with the Nosferatu Primogen, because apparently the Nosferatu were involved in this thing, so they might be trying to get something within on us too. So, but on the flip side, who knows?
Is it bad?
Nosferatu.
Yeah, but
is
it bad that the thing is it bad that I'm actually really curious as to what this person has to say to me?
The doctor. Oh no, it's not at all. Let's go see what's going on. Do you want me to be overt or quiet?
You know what? Actually, I want you a little bit in the shadows. That way, if there's even the slightest sign that something's going off in my head, you can come in and intercede. Pop their head like a grape. All right.
Sounds fun.
All right. I text Mark and I say, all right. But meet us at where was the park we went to the first night with Laura?
Parc de Chantrain.
Meet me at the Parc de Chantrain. That should give you plenty of vantage points, right, Roland?
Yeah, plenty of places to hide, but if he's going to do that mind whammy stuff, I want to make sure I can stab him in the brain.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right. Yeah. And I tell him like to meet me immediately because I just want to get this over with.
You set up a meeting?
And I also tell them, okay, meet me at the park in 10 minutes. You have 15 minutes from then, and then I am leaving. Understood?
Okay.
All right, great. Because then I also text Gregory and I say, we'll pick the place and we'll meet you there in an hour.
Gregory texts back the name of a bar, Chateau Bordeaux.
Mm-hmm.
All
right, excellent. Okay.
And he just says, "I'll see you there."
All right.
I'm gonna text El Docteur as well, or Le Docteur, I guess, because it's French. And I'm gonna say yes, we can meet.
Mm-hmm. All right, and
so Parc de Chantrain. Mark is there. Once Marie shows up, he wanders. He says, wait here. Mm-hmm. He wanders a respectful distance away, but still in the light, still where he can see what's going on, and it's where you can all see him. Roland, if you could just give me a dexterity plus stealth roll, difficulty 6.
Five.
Okay.
And actually, I think I didn't put in 2 dice. I forgot to actually roll my stealth skill. All right, total 6.
Okay.
I'm going to keep my eyes darting around. Is there anything I can do to just keep my hackles up, just in case?
Mm-hmm. You and I have discussed a little bit about how this might work out of game, so we will be just fine to handle this. I got this. And seemingly out of nowhere, a man in a very smart black double-breasted trench coat comes up, and he has small rectangular framed glasses, And he kind of handsome, very well groomed. And he says, "Good evening, Marie."
Is it? No, I'm like glancing at the gun because I don't want to deal with his. I'm like, is it? You tell me.
I think it will be. I understand that you were instrumental in revealing Provost's extracurricular activities.
Which I am sure you're very upset about.
Why do you say that?
You're of the same clan, aren't you? That's why I couldn't remember who you were.
Well. Oh, and I'm sorry, you do recognize him now. It is
Yeah.
the person standing in front of you is Xavier,
Mm-hmm.
the former Malkavian Primogen, turned sort of godfather.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Well, I can't say as I'm particularly pleased. My greater concern, though, is still Madeleine d'Origny. I assume,
I spoke to her.
and I'm sure you were very convincing, but things have progressed some, and it will now be necessary to protect."
Yeah, you need her in this city right now, or else she's going to be calling in outside sources. And right now, with the delicate balance the city is in, you can't have Vion's people coming in here. We can't have her alerting anybody. So you need her under watchful eye. Am I correct?
More than that, and his voice takes on a particular tone.
Can I try to guess what that tone is?
You absolutely have guessed what that tone is. Just spend a point of willpower and you'll be able to resist it.
All right, excellent. I did. I just did. Willpower down to 6.
But he is going on as if everything is hunky-dory. You are going to need to eliminate her and make an example of her in the most grotesque way you are able to, publicly.
And I am not entranced, right? Correct?
Yeah, out of character, you are not falling for this. He is trying to dominate you, and it is not working.
All right, I'm going to pretend that I am, though.
Okay.
Performance plus what? What am I doing? What kind of roll? Because I want to make sure that
Manipulation plus performance.
Okay, 1 second.
Difficulty 6.
Okay, so 4, 6. Okay. Only 1 success.
Oh.
Can I re-roll, please?
The only way to re-roll is to spend a point of willpower, and you already spent one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, never mind.
Yeah, but that was on a previous.
Does that count as
that was for another thing, actually. That was.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. In the first place.
You just can't spend 2 willpower on the same thing.
I'll let you spend a point of willpower and re-roll 3 dice.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I re-roll. Okay. Oh, 2 successes now.
Okay.
So, all right. Does that all together count as 3? Considering my previous success, or do I?
Yes.
I can't remember. Yeah. Okay, so 3 successes. Yay.
Okay. So, he implants this he attempts to implant this suggestion that Marie Suzette should grotesquify Madeleine d'Origny publicly.
Mm-hmm.
He says that it is the only way for you to protect Bordeaux or yourself from the terrible things that are about to happen in this city. And then he goes on to attempt to rewrite Marie Suzette's memory, painting himself not as he is, but a man fitting a different description, the same man that he had her believe he was before.
Who is that again? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You have it. I can throw a picture up, but you have it is no one you actually recognize or have met yet.
Okay, then never mind.
Roll wits plus subterfuge, though. Difficulty 7.
Okay. Sorry, I've got 2 monitors, so I'm just.
He doesn't usually, so that's fair.
Hey, 3 successes.
Okay. This person that he is describing again might be worth looking into because this is him trying to set up a scapegoat or trying to implicate someone else.
Question. Last time we talked, did I remember that he knew about me? I can't even remember that. Sorry.
Yes.
I did remember that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
so in this moment, so he finishes up that memory rewriting, and then dismisses you.
Thank you so much.
So after that, he leaves. Mark follows after him, and you now know that Xavier is both the person who wanted Madeline out of the city and knows Marie's true clan.
I mean, I'm not entirely shocked. I mean, there's a reason why I suspected the Malkavians too. I mean, they have the insight. So, but I'm like, just to be sure, because I am still a little shaken from that. When I rejoin Roland, I go, okay, I didn't hallucinate. That was, in fact, Xavier, correct? That I was talking to.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah,
got to see him try to dominate you, to violate the third tradition, and derail our investigation. That was just splendid. I really love it when they just make my job easy.
I take it you heard everything. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to I thought I resisted, but I just wanted to make absolutely sure, you can't ever be too careful, especially with these lunatics.
And Helene.
Yeah, and Helene. Yeah, but especially with them. Look, this has gotten really, really serious. Like, I tried to get him to spill something on Prévost, but he did manage to sideswipe me on that.
That's all right. He wasn't going to go and serve up his sheriff, no matter what his little.
I figured as much.
Something else occurs to you. Not only are they the same clan, not only was Prévost, the sheriff. Prévost is his child.
Prévost is his boy.
Yeah, even more reason why he's not going to serve him up for us. Well,
yeah, I don't think we're going to get. And from what I understand, he basically what he says goes along with it, as far as the Malkavians are. So we can count them as one of the people, as the ones who are definitely going to be a problem.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to play politics with the rest of the Primogen and make sure a majority of them are on our side to back our play.
How much time do you think question, how much time, Gabe, shit, I should have asked him when he wanted me to do this, but I didn't even think of it.
I'm sorry, he would have specified the next time you see her.
Next time I see her, okay. Well, all right, Roland, we're going to...
Well, fortunately, since it looks like Boyer wants to meet us, chances are really good if we're accusing the sheriff of kidnapping Kindred, he's going to summon the Privy Council. So that's the next time you'll see him, and you'll get to watch as that doesn't happen. So
that's the other thing I'm worried. No, the thing that I'm worried about though is it's better for him to think that it worked on me right now, and I want to buy as much time with that as I possibly can until I can bring some proof, one, that they're all in on it, because it's very clear that firsthand testimony from multiple people just isn't enough, I guess. And we're strangers to this city, and he's a luminary of this court. And then on top of that, I mean, the other thing is that I'm just a little concerned. We need to put like a word out to Madeline to avoid me as much as possible.
Do you really think she'd listen?
She might listen, actually. I think she might. It's hard to explain, but there was something off about the last time I spoke to her.
Well, so again, I think we should still make our play to try and see if we can't get a majority of the Primogen on our side. If we can't, without direct evidence, and it looks like Annabelle's testimony is not going to be enough, then making sure that the Primogen are on our side to back our play is going to. I mean, the only other option is to have Prevo be there and try and throw him off balance. I mean, I'm an asshole, but I don't know if I can do it that much.
Yeah, no, I'm a little. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I need to keep the Malkavians waiting, and we need to keep the Malkavians waiting and wondering right now, and that's not easy with them, with that damn insight of theirs. I mean, do you really think it's a coincidence that like he knows about me? They probably all do. It's amazing that they.
We're just gonna have to make sure their plans go up in smoke and make sure we have enough people on our court as possible. As I stand it right now, we need the bigger army, and so we're gonna need to go and meet with. If Gregory is a coward, apparently, we might be able to intimidate him to at least stay neutral, just try and hide under a bed somewhere. But Annabelle was also his clanmate. If you might want to try and guilt trip him.
That's true. It wouldn't hurt to have Annabelle there to do it, in fact, but she probably doesn't even want to have anything to do with talk to us at all right now. But
and then we also need to talk to the Nosferatu.
We need to talk to the Nosferatu. Who do you want to go with first? I mean, well, no, wait. I gave Darvo a time frame, so we do need to go talk to him.
Yeah, I hate for the Nosferatu to think that we're leaving them waiting, but
we haven't
had a chance to talk to them, but
we just haven't. And I think they're probably tracking us anyway, so they understand the severity of this. I mean, knowing them, come on.
Well, hopefully. I mean,
I dramatically, I just like look around and go, "Sorry, guys. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have confidence in you." All right.
Let's
head over to the bar.
Let's go and meet this Doria.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At this point, it is 4 o'clock in the morning or so, 5 o'clock in the morning. So the bar is shut down.
Yay.
All right, then we're going to have to meet him.
There is a light on inside.
Yeah, of course, we're waiting. Okay. Yeah.
And
all right, before I go in, I like gussy myself up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly after you arrive at the door and sort of peer inside, a woman steps up to it, unlocks it, and says, "I'm sorry, we're closed."
Not for us.
And you are?
Expected.
Mm-hmm.
I need names.
My name is Marie. That should be enough.
Right this way. She opens the door, ushers you in.
All right. Well, can we scout the place a little bit?
Sure. It's a first-story bar with offices or apartment buildings over it. It's got a lot of sort of support beams scattered throughout, breaking up the floor plan a little bit. Judging by what's behind the counter, what's behind the bar, it's mostly a wine bar.
Mm-hmm.
And in almost all the lights are off. There's a little bit of track lighting. And at one table sits Gregory Darvo.
What's his mood like?
Interesting question.
Perception plus empathy or perception plus expression?
I'm just gonna tell you that it's pensive.
Okay, good. And I look over at Roland. I give Roland a look like, oh, maybe intimidating him is not going to be as bad as hard as we were worried it would be. I don't say it out loud, but I'm
Yeah.
I'm like, and I just look at, and I'm like, just try to look as big and scary as you ever have. Bigger and scarier than usual. I mean,
Really?
I walk up and I affect like a perky smile. I'm like, it's so good to finally meet you.
Yes,
and I curtsy.
You again too.
Mm-hmm. But we never really got to talk really close face to face, did we?
No, we've not. Please have a
That's
seat.
so disappointing. So disappointing.
We're not at court. You can drop the bubbly. It's fine. If I was really someone you wanted to talk to, I'm sure you would have found me before now.
That's true. But to be fair, I mean, it's not like you've given me a lot of reasons to seek you out. And that's unfortunate given your position.
So he goes into a brief thing about how, well, he asks if you know that there was a meeting of the Privy Council and what it could have been about.
You know, I want to hear his version of it. So I'm going to try and lie. Can I just lie?
Sure.
Can I lie? Do you want me to roll for it?
Yeah, manipulation plus subterfuge.
Manipulation. Okay, difficulty?
6.
Okay. 2 successes.
And what do you say?
Well, I heard there was a meeting, but I don't really know what happened there. Was it about Annabelle? Was it about what she had to say? I don't know. People are being kind of evasive right now.
Interesting. Yes, it was about Annabelle. And yes, it was about the accusations against Provo.
Very sad. Very alarming.
What I actually find more alarming is the particular response or non-response.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was sheriff, and you can't. I guess it's hard to understand. You know, totally take the testimony of a traumatized, traumatized kindred, but you know, not even calling him in. That seems a little odd.
Well, to hear Boyer tell it, he has summoned Provo and will handle the matter.
Do you think he'll go in? Like, I don't know what the relationship's like. You got to remember, I'm kind of new to the city.
Of course. I don't think it's any secret, though, that Boyer won't bring anything to court until he's sure that he can see Provo to safety.
Regardless of what the truth of the matter is, I'm guessing.
That is my concern.
Well, and
I would like to see Provo pay for what he's done. Annabelle was someone dear to us, is someone dear to us. It's so nice to have her back. And I would rather that the person hunting our court, hunting our clan, not go free.
yeah, I think that would be a great thing to happen personally. But I mean, does he have any deputies?
No. Not anymore. They were all killed.
Sounds like. And how long has it been since? Remind me again. How long has it been since he's no longer had deputies?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. And what happened 3 weeks ago? It's very convenient, I must say.
It is.
It really is. You know, it's funny. The only one he left, I think Annabelle was the only one he left alive, too. I just always find that a little bit weird. Why would he do that? Seems like a silly thing to do. I guess do you really think nobody would ever find it? I don't know. But we'll find that out soon enough, I think. All right.
I'm asking you for a favor. You can operate as someone new to the city in ways that some of us cannot.
I can be seen doing stupid things. I know. Or risky things.
Bring me his ashes.
All right. Okay. In exchange, and we will be able to do that. We will. But in exchange for that, well, actually, not even in exchange. In aid of that, are you willing to give us some aid, even if it's indirect?
What can I do?
I promise. I need to find a very big and pretty house with a very big and pretty yard, with some nice walls, brick walls, preferably.
To occupy or temporarily or to own?
I'd prefer to own it. Price is no issue.
I'll put someone on it. I'll have some options for you tomorrow.
Great. As soon as we can move in, is going to be it will be best. And then I need some assurance also. That once we occupy, we're going to be left alone to our own devices. I can't have people moving in on this because I can't risk any leaks. I have to be I have to be really careful on this.
I will not reveal the location of your new haven.
All right. I can't, seriously, I will find out if there's any ways you guys are spying on me. I will find out. And that will be bad because, quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure exactly all the things Prévost did to Annabelle, for instance. And I know you're close. And if something gets out and she is somehow entranced or magicked into somehow without realizing it, telling him things, there's going to be a huge problem. You can see the issue. I need assurance that I'm going to be able to operate privately.
I will not reveal the location of your new haven. And if you do this,
you won't be looking over your shoulder.
I won't have any reason to come calling unless invited.
Thank you.
Is he stringing us along? I'm listening in. Is he stringing us along?
Roll me perception plus empathy. Difficulty.
Can I do the same?
Yeah, difficulty 7.
Okay.
And heightened senses does apply here?
Yes, heightened senses would apply. So 7
nice.
Your auspex.
Yep.
Wait, I just lost. Oh, I think I just lost my.
I got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's a Toreador, he might be able to spin a line if he really wants to.
No. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. I'm having 1 second. I'm having a little bit of a technical issue. All right, but I have 2. Okay, that's working. I have 2 successes.
Okay.
2 successes.
Marie Suzette is confident that he means everything that he's saying.
Is Roland also with his 4?
Yes, and beyond that, Roland would be able to tell that he is uncomfortable with what he's doing. But his sentiment around having to work for the good of his clan is very strong and very sincere. He is afraid, but he's doing what he thinks is right.
Mm.
And won't forget this.
Interesting.
You're really working. It is heartening to see a Primogen work so strongly for his clan. I'm essentially trying to butter him up a little bit so he can kind of make sure he does that because I mean he's a coward, so that means when the stress really gets going, he might just run away. So I'm essentially trying to butter him up to essentially make sure that when the stress comes down, he falls in my camp instead of the other camp.
Yeah, actually, I'm noticing what he's doing, and I'm going to move in on this too because, no offense, but coming from me, it's.
Well,
I look at him. I look into his eyes and go, "Hey, I actually really regret that we haven't spent more time together now. I really do." And look, chances are, once things clear up a little bit, you will get an invitation to my house. When I build my house, I will call.
His attitude flips like a switch, and it's more, all of a sudden, it's brighter, more affable. It's like, well, I certainly look forward to that. You know, a thought occurs. I hear some urgency in your request for this domicile. It would help if you trusted me to perhaps move on an opportunity without checking with you first.
Do you think, can I suss them out? Oh, you know what? Actually, we're pretty confident in it, I think. Right, Jim? We're pretty confident in this? All right. I would.
Your house.
Real estate deals happen during the day.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah, no, that would be perfect. You wouldn't happen to, I look at Roland, don't you think it's about time I actually got myself a ghoul?
Hey, that's up to you.
I'm going to have to look into some, what's a good place to find one?
Depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Okay. Just something to somebody who could look after things for us and I can trust. But I'll figure it out myself. Don't worry about it. I'm a resourceful girl.
All right.
Thank you. I really do mean this.
All
right.
Well, I don't want to keep Martine any longer than I have to. So unless there's something else I can do for you, we should probably adjourn.
We'll get in touch soon. Let us know as soon as you move on that opportunity for us.
Of course. And should he works out if there's maybe someone else that he can have his people call.
Istvan, I'll get Roland. Istvan, maybe?
I mean, he's the person I go to for daylight calls.
Yeah, that's Istvan would be best.
Good. Excellent. Thank you for hearing me out.
No problem.
Excuse me. He leaves. Martine is there again to show you out.
Mm-hmm.
And you
I look
do
at Roland.
Wait, hold on, let me
Sorry.
check. Yeah. So of the folks who had contacted you to try to get in touch, Celine and Docteur are the ones that are left.
Who's Celine again? I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Sorry, yeah.
School.
You don't recognize this one very particular name. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was thought I was going. I felt really stupid for a second. Okay.
I did tell the Docteur that we were willing to meet, so I'd like to go and see if we can arrange something.
Yeah, let's go with him first.
All right.
In fact, I might even ask him who this person is. depending on his disposition.
And
Are we gonna have to go down in the sewers?
no.
What, we can meet in some basement somewhere? Because that's what I would prefer.
I mean, he could just wear a mask. That's what he does.
Okay. Well, I don't know that much about this guy, you know?
Yeah. Well, now's a good time to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the meeting up?
I'm also giving Theodore some updates on what's going down
Mm-hmm.
in terms
Good
of
news.
basically
Darvo?
saying that we may have guilt tripped Darvo into at least not supporting or at least staying neutral,
Mhm.
or possibly making sure that it comes in on our.
Good news.
And
I texted him too. I'm like, good news. Darvo might not be as big a Howard as we thought. He only wet himself
he
once.
is totally a Howard.
I said coward.
Gregory
Shut up.
Howard Darvo.
Sorry, your mic slipped and it sounded like you said
Okay,
Howard.
no. He might not be as big as a coward as we thought. He only wet himself once.
But yeah, I figure, if Jacobs is trusting us for his power play, so we might as well trust him in return. And so let us meet with the Nazis.
Mm-hmm. This might be very interesting because we've had a string of surprisingly good lucks though so far. So now I'm getting a little nervous.
Unless all of the Primogen are stringing us along to go with Primus Retreason.
Yeah, that's also possible.
So if that's the case, we might as well get all of them to Primus Retreason. Collect them all. That'd be a real fun. That'd be a real fun accomplishment.
That'd be a real.
We'd have to change the name of the show though, because we wouldn't be in Bordeaux anymore. Les Toulouse Sang or something.
The four of you against all 7 Primogen.
I mean, to be fair, they're completely incompetent.
I give me even odds.
Yeah, and also to be fair, they are completely incompetent. So, all right, let's go. Wherever we're going, they're probably just.
Doctor wants to meet.
Pop out.
I'm sorry.
Are they just gonna pop out like Batman, and then we talk to them?
No.
Yeah.
Doctor wants to meet. He gives you an address with an apartment and says, "Buzz when you get here."
Is there a pattern we need to do? No, I'm just being snarky. Sorry. Okay.
He actually is meeting you in a high-rise apartment.
Yeah, I might. And I look at Roland. Hey, just so you know, when we get there, I might have one really big pressing question that I need to get out of the way right away. So I might just be prepared for it.
Okay. How about we see if we can't get him on our side first?
Okay.
Before we drop something on him.
No, I'm not going to drop something on him. I'm just going to ask him something that I really need to know. Okay, fine. Let's go. I will mind my manners.
You get up to the apartment. He lets you in. He's dressed similarly to how you've seen him before. Black slacks, black dress shoes, black vest, white collared button down, the sleeves rolled up, skin garish and green with the white mask. And he says, "Please come in."
Hello, gorgeous.
I believe in America they would say, "How you doing?"
I wouldn't know. I'm from this country. I don't think I've ever actually been to America. It's so strange. I should get on that. Although it's an Indian burial ground, so who knows?
The whole thing, really?
The whole country is a Native American burial ground.
I appreciate you both coming to meet with me. I am curious. I apologize if this seems particularly direct, but I am curious exactly how you found Annabelle Vicomte and possibly Hélène de Chantrain.
I was under the impression that you heard the story from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Annabelle knows that she was found. She does not know the process which led to that discovery. After that, things very much devolved into rhetoric.
We were chasing down some clues, trying to see what we could discover about the Sabbat raid. You were probably quite aware when we were introduced, and essentially the overarching reason why we were even brought to Bordeaux in the first place. But when in the course of our investigation, we found her locked in a basement, dressed in fetish gear.
And what clues led you there?
Can I just try to suss him out a little bit, because it's very weird that a Nosferatu would be asking this. To me, at least, it's weird to me.
Yeah,
Sure,
I guess yes. She's asking. Is he actually asking because he wants to, or because he wants to know, or he knows and he wants to make sure we're telling the truth?
Yeah. Give me a just perception plus empathy.
What difficulty?
I am going to make this difficulty 8.
It is hard with the mask.
One success. Die 4 yielded 8.
I have 3.
He is genuinely interested in what you have to say. It isn't that there's he's isn't like stringing you along.
To be honest, sir. Go ahead.
We traced from the dress she was wearing. We were able to discover emotional resonance, and we tracked that using the blood back to its source.
Curious.
Can I ask something though? I'm surprised you don't know the answer to this question. I mean, with all due respect, I mean, your clan is known for what you do well, and what you do well is knowing things.
And there is often a step that does not get discussed much, where we have to discover those things.
Oh, so this is tradecraft talk.
I mean, I'm just like, okay.
You may have heard that Annabelle has a surprising accusation that the Nosferatu, as we are so commonly lumped together, knew of her imprisonment and knew of the violence being committed against her and endorsed it. And I would like to know why.
Why would she think that?
I haven't the faintest.
Can I figure out if he has the faintest?
Yeah.
For the same roll?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 successes this time. 8, 10, and 9. That was a good roll, actually.
He is being very honest about the sentiment of the answer, in that he is saying that no, the Nosferatu were not involved with this.
Okay, so that is true.
That he has been sincere about. There is also some other thought in his head, something else, puzzle pieces he's trying to put together.
All right. Question is, do you think that there's any possibility that one among your number, unbeknownst to you, may have been involved somehow, or had some kind of connection that would give her any reason to believe that? I mean, you guys operate pretty independently for the most part. And I know that you guys have a very close network within your own clan, but is there a possibility somebody maybe with a grudge against you or a grudge against her or?
It's possible. But it is particularly my business as Primogen to know these things.
Okay, well, I understand that, but like the problem is that we hit a wall if we don't know what we're going to be looking into. And I don't get me wrong, I would like to help you because you are a useful ally to have. But if you're not going to tell us anything, like we can't. Can I figure out if there's any reason he might be reticent? Like maybe sell something. I don't know. I keep wanting to do the same role over and over again.
And we're not going to keep making that role. You've got a pretty good read on him.
Okay.
He is smart. He is confident. He does not know, cannot think of anyone who would have been in on this with Provo.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thought is that, I mean, he's a Malkavian. They do things to people.
It's possible.
They do things to their minds. And he can be very much, I mean, look, because you guys do operate independently, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, because I don't mean it as an insult, but given that, and given some of the attitudes that operate within Camarilla society, that you are more than familiar with, I mean, you would be a good scapegoat, I guess, or one of you would be a good scapegoat.
It's true.
He'd have more, yeah. I'm not trying to say that to be insulting. It's just.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then if your clanmates have been acting oddly in the time shortly before and shortly after the Sabbat raid when Annabelle was taken.
Well, there's Momo. He went missing.
Well, that's convenient. I suppose that would be decidedly inconvenient for you.
Anyway, I appreciate you sharing what you know. It's going to be an uphill battle to dismiss the aspersions against my clan's character without proof, without understanding where these accusations come from.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like we need to find this Momo.
And on top of that, it seems like, well, can I say it? Can I assume that, may I have your word that what I'm about to say does not leave this room?
To be entirely fair, that sounds like you're asking for a favor.
I'm actually not. I'm not asking for a favor. I'm going to make an observation. It's just an observation that might be, people won't love hearing. But I want to see. I want to hear your thoughts.
Discreet.
I do want to hear your thoughts on this. I feel like it is, from what I can tell from Annabelle, is that she was a well-beloved, well-respected, well-regarded person in this community. People adored her. Powerful people adored her. All over this city.
I would generally agree with this.
All right. And you'd think that her word would be taken a little more seriously, especially given certain circumstances that arose from this, you know, like oh, what happened to all of Prévost's deputies? What convenient thing happened to them when all this took place? You see, and that despite all this, and look, I'm not saying that a blood hunt should be called, but I am saying that more direct action should be used by now. And it is very, very, it puts a lot of people in hot water. More direct action isn't being taken.
Hmm.
Your thoughts?
I think that we've only learned of this a few hours ago, most of us. I think that the prince's particular handling and rhetoric at council regarding this were abhorrent.
That's a strong word.
I am old, but I have continued learning. And I happen to agree with the fundamental humanist sentiment that victims should be believed. Now, as you point out, the Malkavians have certain abilities to tamper with people. And so a full investigation is warranted. But the cronyism suggested by the prince's particular response in this case is unsavory.
Yeah. Okay, so can I just go out and say it, Roland? Do you think I should just go out and say it?
You're gonna do it anyway.
No, I'm not necessarily. Well, if you said no, I would have stopped. But okay, fine.
I think he's playing straight with us, so I think we should be straight with him.
All right. You know what? Strings need to be cut here because right now, like we were him in particular was literally brought in through the grapevine of the hierarchy in this city. So directly reading right back to Boyer to investigate this whole Sabbat thing. Okay. I came in, and quite frankly, I think the two of us have been incredibly useful in this endeavor. And yet, we seem to be one particular, shall we say, person in this entire web in this city has been, shall we say, inhospitable in a lot of ways to us. Would you say that, Roland?
Well, the way I see it, we were investigating this, and we've come up with everything that we've come up with. As far as I'm concerned, that should be all the proof we need. We shouldn't need an investigation because one was already launched.
And on top of that, can I just tell him the stupid thing about
did you see Prévost in that cellar?
No, we did not. But the way I see it is this. Don't you think it's a little odd that, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that all we have is hearsay and testimony? Don't you think it's odd that you're being held with far more scrutiny and far more opprobrium than the actual perpetrator? Because it would seem that, at the very least, let's just say, this Momo, let's say this Momo is involved and is now in the wind. Maybe they found out that we were going and they just cut loose. I don't know. Why is it that Prévost is being held with skepticism, but it seems that everyone seems to be all too willing to say, yes, the Nosferatu must have been involved. At least it seems to me that you're being treated with far more suspicion. So I think it would be, let's just say it bluntly. I think it is, you want to help us resolve this situation and make sure the truth comes out. And clear your clan. Because I certainly don't think that you have anything to do with this, and I don't want to see a good clan cast to the wind for something that you didn't do.
And let's face it, what is leading to this, your good clan being disparaged like this, is a corruption that goes right to the heart of things. Doesn't it? Isn't it? Who is the one main obstacle in actually doing anything proper about this? Who's the one main obstacle? And I'm not saying he's doing it because he's directly involved, but I'm saying he's doing this out of for personal reasons. And I'm saying that he's doing this because he's afraid of losing one of his biggest supporters and the tent pole of his entire grasp on power. So.
How is Theodore holding up?
He's doing quite well. Last I spoke with him.
He's big and strong.
Are you a concerned well-wisher?
Oh, yes. He and Provost and Boyer used to be quite close. I imagine that it is difficult for him to see the circus that our court has become great on his personal, sincerely held beliefs.
Well, these are trying times, but, they've been trying since the Sabbat raid, and that's what we were brought here to solve. So, with your help, I believe we can solve this mutually satisfactory for almost everyone.
Help how?
Well, can I just say one thing? There's still Sabbat breathing down this city's neck. And quite frankly, we'd probably get to the heart of a lot of these issues if we dealt with them. And just so happens, we have what we believe is a pretty solid plan for doing so. And there is some way you can help with that.
Indeed.
The Nosferatu are information gatherers par excellence, but they also have a fair hand in seeding certain information that may or may not necessarily be true.
I suppose such a thing would be possible.
I also wanted to ask you something. Well, actually, I have a couple questions, but the first one that's most related to this, I'm going to ask the second one later. Do you know anything, information regarding a certain artifact that might be in the city?
Artifact.
A very old, possibly very powerful one.
Oh, you don't just mean a shard of pottery. You mean something.
No. Straight from the first city. That's what I've heard. And that's what they have heard. And I looked into some history of the city, and apparently that's what one of your former princes and a couple of others had heard. And they were quite obsessed with this. And it seems like a new obsession has arisen with our new invaders. So
I might suggest you get in touch with Igor. I focus on more mundane history myself. He, however, is one of the greatest occultists in the city, and I can give you his number.
Fantastic. And if we do know about this, it is actually related to the fake information that we want to set out. We know for a fact, can I just tell him what I learned from my little talk in the warehouse?
Go ahead.
They believe it's here. They're absolutely certain it's here. They don't know where it is or what it is. They thought that we might have had it. But they also didn't believe me when I said that I had looked through the city and couldn't find it. I imagine these details might actually help you in crafting exactly the sort of leaks you need to lead them where we need them to be led. I just think it's relevant.
So you would like for us to seed information for the Sabbat to discover that you will, at some indeterminate point in the future, discover this artifact?
Discover the artifact and bring it to a certain location where we will have it heavily guarded until we don't have it heavily guarded.
While I agree that ridding our city of the Sabbat is in everyone's best interest, I will need, in return, for you to discover the exact reason that Annabelle is accusing us. If there was an individual involved, we need to find them.
All right. We're going to need the names of all of your clanmates in order to conduct a thorough investigation as to see who, if any, may have been involved.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something else.
I think I may have broken Gabe, or at least
Sorry.
Doctor. At least I may have broken Doctor.
Yeah. So, you know how we've all been wearing these lovely masks out in public, and even behind a mask, you can see an expression change in the set of the cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bigger mask on than most of us wear. But still, there's something about the way that it shifts on his face after you ask for a list of everyone in his clan. He says, that won't be possible for reasons that I will not enumerate.
That will make it.
I can put you in touch with certain individuals as necessary. I can tell you that the only individual who is not currently accounted for is Momo. I can tell you that.
I and Marie just had a thought start. She's starting to connect a few dots in her head. Doctor, I gotta ask something. If Momo isn't in the or if Momo isn't fleeing or in hiding or anything, do you think there's a possibility that he could have been taken by someone or something? Is there any sort of danger we might not know about? Because, and out of character, I'm just going to explain my reasoning for this, okay? Because I'm putting some things together in my head. One, I know the Sabbat have another reason to be here. Two, I am Sabbat, Marie is Sabbat, so she knows exactly what their aims are with what they do, what their agendas are.
Sure.
And what is their main agenda? Their main agenda is seeking out and rooting out the antediluvians and destroying them with whatever means necessary sometimes, because they collect artifacts towards this end. But they said, as we gleaned from the first episode of this season, go watch it, guys. They're here for another reason. There's a deeper reason. And I need to figure that out. So I'm thinking we already know that other people are missing, but they're like the other missing people are accounted for because of the Sabbat raid. But this is the first time I think this is the first time we've heard somebody else being missing that didn't go missing in the Sabbat raid.
Yes, and no. Marie has actually heard of Momo before. Nev was asking about him. It was a long time ago. It was a small.
Okay, but the same concept applies still. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to stick that out there too. Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, Marie does not believe that there is an artifact, or she strongly suspects that there isn't, but there's something. And the Sabbat wouldn't be sending in a full-blown celebrity warrior, in my opinion, if they didn't believe like there was something here. And if anybody's going to know about anything, it's going to be the Nosferatu clan, who just happen to have one of the greatest occultists ever among their ranks. So that's what I'm putting. Does my reasoning sound to you, Jim?
I mean, it's entirely possible that the thing they're looking into was the artifact.
No, but
so they said the deeper reason for being here.
No. They said one, that their reason is the artifact, but remember, Anais sussed out that that's not the only reason. Remember, the artifact is a reason, but they have another reason.
Well, I mean, it's possible, but I don't want to go too much into it.
That is actually true. No, it is actually true that they have another reason. Like, she got a perfect roll on that one. So they do have another reason. And what could be just as, if not more important than an honest artifact?
But we didn't know about the artifact until later. So we didn't know about it at that point. So that's what she could have.
No, we did know about it in the warehouse. No, we knew about it when we were talking in the warehouse. We did.
All right, well, anyway, we can sort this out later.
No, we did, because remember, we tortured that La Sombra and he spilled the beans. Marie's been researching. That's why she's been pestering Lyle about getting access to the occult library, because she's known about the artifact. She's been researching it. We knew about that way before then.
Right.
Or Marie did. So that's my reasoning.
So what is the question for Doctor again?
All right. Basically,
we're gonna. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna ask. Okay. Is there something under this city that maybe isn't an artifact? Maybe something else that you might not be telling me about? Is there something that else we have to be worried about? Something that might be also interest the Sabbat? Do I have to state it plain? Because here's the thing, I won't state it plainly, because I'm worried I'm going to get the same usual rigmarole about how it's all a myth and it's all whatever. But is there something? All right, I'm just going to say
there's always something under an
No.
Don't just come out and say it. Don't just come out and say it. I don't think he's going to tell us.
Something under an old city, deeper and darker and more scary than even us. What it is in Bordeaux, I don't know.
Do you think, it doesn't really necessarily matter exactly what it is, but would it be something that the Sabbat would believe to be either something linked to, or just straight up one of the founders? It doesn't, look, before you laugh and go, that's a myth, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter if it's a myth or not. It matters what they believe.
I would be surprised.
You'd be surprised. Okay.
I cannot say with certainty that is not the case, but I would be surprised.
In a more mundane matter, we're going to need something special or important to Momo. Something, a prized possession or something of his. If we're gonna run him down, I mean, we found Annabelle this way.
I'll see what I can do.
Right. One last question. And I'm looking at, because I really want to know the truth. Have any of you, or do you believe there's a possibility that any of you have intruded upon my domicile?
Oh, that apartment you keep at 123 Rue du Roi?
You know the exact address. Just off the top.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. No, it is bad manners to invade someone else's haven. As convenient as it might be.
You live in the sewers.
For research purposes.
All right, so he's lying. Correct? That's what is happening here, Gabe. He's lying to me.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
It's just open season in Marie's apartment. All right. Well, Yeah, see if you
It's
can't
a very nice
give us-
apartment.
Yeah, see if you can't get us something of Momo's. The more important to him, the more he used it, the more he cared about it, the better.
Mm-hmm.
When was your haven intruded upon?
Not too long ago. What was it? 2 nights, 3 nights that we found it. Gabe, I actually can't remember how many nights it's been. Sorry.
But you tell him?
Yeah, I tell him.
Okay. Interesting. No, to the best of my knowledge, none of my clan have invaded your space, and I will ask around. I have a rule against that.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. All right. Yeah, we're gonna need something to give the dogs to sniff, so to speak. In regards to Momo.
Well, it seems that we have a plan. Well, I appreciate you coming all this way uptown to see me. If you'll excuse me, the team is coming up soon.
And just in case, let's say we're in a little bit of peril and we need to set out an SOS, just how secure do you think it would be? Because we might...
Depends on how you were trying to get in touch.
I mean, through a hotline. That's what I'm talking about.
Perfectly secure.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
A pleasure to meet you, to officially meet you, and to speak with you.
Of course. Nice to see you again, Roland.
And then just because Marie just feels like shit posting.
Madame, Mademoiselle.
Yeah. And just because Marie feels like shit posting a little bit, she just goes, I hope you liked us.
Mm-hmm.
And she just flirts a little and then just gets up.
All right. Looks like we have one more Primogen to go.
Oh, no, we have one more contact to go.
If Celine is contacting us, it means Boyer is contacting us. Boyer is
yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it seems like the only one that you haven't heard from is the Gangrel Primogen.
Which is very interesting, but then again, they...
Well, no, they're the Gangrel. They're probably out. They're probably out, turning into dirt.
Although I hope we get to interact with them soon, because it would be very funny given Marie's specific abilities when it comes to animals. Okay, so Boyer, here we come.
You get in touch with Celine. She is the one that meets with you. She lets you pick where.
Well, someplace close to when we're going to sleep, because it's going to be late. It's late.
Shit! That means Marie's apartment, but Helene is there.
Well, no, I'm not saying we're going to Helene. We're just saying someplace near.
Okay, near the apartment.
Someplace near Marie's apartment that's not a problem. Is
that cafe where I met Nev? That's near my apartment, isn't it?
No, actually, that's a good bit further out of town. But you can find a 24-hour cafe. Sure, it's a university town.
All right, then we're just gonna be there. So like we enter. Is he waiting for us there, or is he?
It's just Celine.
Oh, for crying out loud! Okay, I'm looking at. I'm just like.
That's a power move.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna sit down across from Celine. Just kind of.
I say something.
May we help you?
We are, well, I'll start with this. I assume that you have been in touch with other parties regarding the Privy Council tonight, considering the late hour.
I'm just saddened that we weren't actually invited to the Privy Council ourselves. Seemed like we were topic
You would
of
have
interest.
been the bells of the ball, I'm sure.
Well, to be fair, Roland, we are foreigners. And I mean, look, it's not like this city isn't going swimmingly. I mean, come on now. What would they need us for?
Must have been why I was sneezing so much last night or earlier in the evening.
Lord Nolvo asked for a meeting of the Privy Council with no indication of what it was about. Had we known more, you would have been invited.
Of course.
Of course we would.
You know then that everyone is all a tizzy with the news of Annabelle's recovery, which is appreciated, I want to be clear. And the accusation that Primogen, the sheriff of the city, was perpetrating some heinous things.
Mm-hmm.
We have an interest in maintaining order, above all.
I would imagine so. And nothing really says disorder like a kidnapping.
By a state official, yes.
Yes.
The sheriff, no less.
Mm.
I mean, I imagine if he were a harpy, this would be a little less of an issue. We wish to maintain order, and part of that is the apparatus of justice performing justice and not some vigilante. Therefore, we request that should you discover the whereabouts of Primogen, you inform us. Should you take him into custody, you deliver him to us. This is all very public. Everyone knows what's going on. It would be very hard to hide too much.
Well, why would you think that I would do that? Of course, I believe in the swift and proper execution of everything.
He was brought in. He was. Roland, how did you come to this city?
I believe Celine is acquainted with exactly what we were charged with in regards to the Sabbat attack.
Oh, well, technically, I wasn't even charged. I just came here in the goodness of my cold, dead heart. And quite frankly, you guys were very, very happy to accept my services.
Oh, yes.
And have I not been incredibly pleasant this entire time? I think I've been a doll. Roland, haven't I been a total doll? Not to you, but to
answer that question.
I'm not sure entirely where this is coming from.
You're talking to us like we're enemies, and it doesn't make any sense given what has actually happened, what acts have been performed by us, and what we've been told by you. And all of a sudden, you are so worried that we wouldn't go through proper procedure? Seems a little interesting. Seems that, like, the moment...
Maybe we're just misreading the entire thing.
Yes, definitely.
Please, enlighten me.
There is no threat here. There is no cajoling or pulling of strings. We are asking.
Are
with
you?
The promise of favor in kind that you strangers with nothing to lose should everything fall to shit help support order in the city.
And I'm like looking at Roland because I just can't believe this bitch. Because I'm like, yeah, but I'm not. I don't say it out loud, but I'm thinking, and by order you mean Boye, who is the opposite of order. So wait. Are we acting sheriff's deputies now? Well, not of the actual sheriff, but Prince's deputies.
Is the prince
deputies?
Is the prince charging us with returning his errant sheriff to the court?
Princely sheriff-like deputies. That's exciting. Is that a title?
Yourself such. Very well.
Can I? Is there an actual?
I'm asking. Yes, we are asking. Is it? Are we officially being charged to bring Prévost to the court? Is this an official demand request from the prince?
Clearly, you are adroit at uncovering inconvenient truths that are truths nonetheless. Yes, we would like you to use those skills in service of the court.
The court.
Well, thank you. I was under the impression that we were already doing so, but thank you for letting me know.
But now we're under official capacity. Is there an actual title for this? Is there an actual title for this? Because if there isn't, I want to make one up.
There is not.
All right, we're officially the spiders from Mars of Bordeaux. Okay.
I wonder if she recognizes that reference. But all right, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. If Prévost is in the wind, we'll see what we can do to return him. And we will. I know you haven't, but we will continue our investigation into the Sabbat and see what we can do to safeguard the city and to have it maintain itself as the colorful bastion that it is. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us. Again, I understand these are troubling times, and as you are no doubt well aware, things are in considerable upheaval.
If you could both please roll for me manipulation plus etiquette.
Manipulation. Okay, my etiquette is 3. 5. And what's the difficulty?
6.
Hooray! I actually got 3 successes on 4 dice.
I got 3 successes on 5 dice.
Roland has no etiquette. No, Roland has etiquette. Roland has no manipulation.
Wait, hey, can I add my, in this case, can I add my entrancing voice to this? Because, I mean, come on.
Actually, yeah.
Okay, wait, let me roll again and see if it's better. Yeah.
Okay, that reduces the difficulty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so difficulty 5. It's 5, okay. Yeah, okay, so it's 4 successes. Right. 4 successes.
This is where Gabe tells us that we weren't supposed to be shit-talking the Seneschal so much.
Yeah, but we weren't shit-talking. We were just making some observations.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it is fair. I mean, even though she's a ghoul, I mean, it's ghoul. You can be as shitty as you want to ghouls, but not to the Princess Ghoul acting as Seneschal.
I'm just trying to get a read of what she's coming away from this interaction with. So
that's fair.
Do we get badges, and can we also get 2 extra ones for our friends?
See what I can scrounge up.
They should be shiny and sparkly. I like jewelry, so that's why I'm asking.
Of course. How, if you'll excuse me, it is quite late, and some of us actually sleep.
Like the dead.
All right. So, do we still have time for Nev to come down and confirm Helene, or shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I think that'll probably close us out for the
Oh, yeah.
session then. All right.
Nev shows up. You all show up. Nev. Sorry, not Nev.
This fun?
Isfan is there.
Why don't we just go up to the apartment if they're all there?
Yeah, no, they're all there. I'm just trying to check. Federico is still on the couch. He's sitting on it upside down.
You know, the blood will rush to your head if you sit like that.
Funny. And Ellen is still curled up in the bed. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road has ended. Sorry.
Good song. Good choice.
No, the whole album. I put on the whole album. That's a whole album.
Yeah, that's why I said good choice.
Oh,
It's a good album.
okay. And then I go over to the corner. I switch it over to the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spider from Mars, just to celebrate a little, you know.
Mm. And Nev shows up, and she. Sorry, excuse me. Small bit of she. And how do you do this? Nev is there. She is anxious to see Hélène.
I lean over Helene and I go, and I use the full force of my lovely voice, and I go, Madame la Princesse.
Mm.
There's somebody very special here who might really want to see you. And nobody's scary. Nobody's scary. I promise. Someone nice.
Who?
You're a baby.
Jean-Baptiste?
No, the other one. Nev.
Nev is here?
Nev is here. She wants to see you.
She gets up and runs out. Did you leave Nev like in the living room?
Yeah.
She's just like giving Freddie a lot of side eye.
That's understandable. There's a lot of side to eye. There's a lot of eye to side. I don't know.
Chikuku Gaga, if you will.
I don't know why. We're just making noises.
They see each other and they immediately embrace. And they're talking quickly in dialect. And Nev, after a minute, turns to you both and says, "You have to let me get her out of here."
Why?
Because she is a political football.
And then, you know what? And Marie's just
What
like,
she say?
okay,
He or
my
she?
name's Paul. This is between y'all. I just back away.
If she's as long as she's in here, she's not in the field.
How long is that going to last, though?
Until we get a new place to hide her, which
Well,
will be
right
a
now,
bigger, better,
right-
scarier place. That'll be easier to hide her in.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Right now, we do not have the Bordeaux can't handle a big thing like this. I mean, I'm assuming that Helene has gone back up to her room. Is she or she's standing right here in front of us? Okay. Then I'm not going to say anything.
Nev is gripping her hand.
I understand, but right now we need to make sure that, I mean, Prevo did some freaking mind whammy nonsense to her brain. We need to make sure that gets all out of her system. And the problem is any movement that could also snowball.
On top of that, we are also supposed to be. Can I just tell them? There's something there's something involving this idiot right here that would complicates things. Unfortunately.
When you say this idiot,
point of order, who was the idiot?
Frederico.
Okay.
Not Roland.
Yeah.
Frederico.
And we've got so much crap that we're dealing with right now. And
You could even have met Milan. Nan says, I understand there's a lot going on, and I understand that you want to maintain some control of the situation, and keeping her feet clear feels like maintaining control. But you are in danger as long as she is here, because there are lots of people that want her gone.
And I just start giggling a little bit because that's just really funny to me. That's just really funny to me. I'm like, out of character, the reason why it's really funny is because Roland's one of the people who want her gone. Like, that's why it's so funny.
For the stupidest reason. Well, it's not a stupid reason.
It's actually a really good reason. It's just that it's so unrelated to everything else.
It's so unrelated to everything that has to do with that. But the thing is, where could she be safe in this city, and where are you going to get her?
No, I'm taking her away, out of Bordeaux.
Yeah, how are you going? Are you going to be able to get her before sunrise in 45 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go and sort this out. Look, I've already got to go and I already got to go and get transit for these two jokers over here. And I gesture to Frederico and then wherever Alicia Van Industry is to get them out of the city because they're gone. So I can easily arrange for Helene to be transported away too.
I actually know of a place you might be able to stash her. It's away, but it's just in a way it's not hidden in plain sight because no one would think to look for her there. But they're going to be, if she is spirited out of the city and no one else gets a chance to look at her, they're going to be sending people far and wide. Anybody with the resources will, anyways. But it's not even that far away, so it'd be easy for you to. It would actually be relatively easy for you to reach. It's a very weird.
Hide her where no one expects. Put her back in Prevo's dungeon.
No, shut up. No, not Prevo's dungeon. My dungeon. I mean, it's a ruin now, but there's plenty of stuff underground. You could hide there. Field trip to the Chateau Decree.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay, then. I know where it is.
Is Nev backing down, or is?
Oh, she's saying, fine. We'll go wherever she needs to be gone.
Okay.
All right. I can take care of that.
We can take care of that. I can give you a really good destination, and no one will guess you're there because it's basically a giant ruin now. There is place for you guys to take to sleep, to hide from the sun during the daytime, but no one will be looking for you there because, not to mention also because it's a very scary place with lots of scary legends surrounding it. So like no one would even think, no one even think to look for you there. Just know that it's creepy.
Fine.
But you won't have to worry about any kind like stumbling upon you into you there either.
Fine. So, where? I'll have someone make arrangements during the day. We can be gone tomorrow night.
Have you ever heard of a town not so far from Poitou called Drew?
No, but I'm sure I can find it on a map.
Okay. Yeah. right outside the city limits is a giant ruin. I think it is officially on the paper. Officially on paper, it's known as the Chateau de Griffincourt, more colloquially known as the Chateau de Crie.
Okay. Fine. We'll
And
go.
you're gonna find a bunch of like collapsed stones and broken statues and lots of land, but underneath a few stones, you will find a cellar that will go deep enough into a dungeon, and the dungeon will be a perfect place for you guys to hide out.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's and trust me, I know the place. I can draw you a little. I've got a little bit of a schematic so you can know the best nook and cranny to hide in. Hey. Us off-clanners need to help each other out, right?
Of course. Thank you. And thank you, Roland. Okay. I've got some phone calls to make. She turns to Ella and says, I'll be back tomorrow night. And I'll get you away from Jean-Baptiste. I'll get you away from everyone that would hurt you. Okay? I'll be back. And Ellen smiles and squeezes both of Nev's hands. Of course. It's so good to see you. And Nev leaves. And shortly thereafter, unless there's something else you folks want to do.
Well, Roland's probably wondering what the fuck Marie just did. So if we want to just have like a fun little bit to send off with.
Sure. Ellen retires. She's starting to feel the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and actually,
probably so are we.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, technically we are too.
Ellen and Marie Suzette are both starting to feel the sun.
Okay, Roland, if you want to, there's the bedroom that Anais stays in is just down the hall right there. Why don't you just crash there for the day?
I mean, I can easily just get sent and put myself in a box and have Istvan take me out or take me back to my place.
Yeah, but he's already been through enough tonight. Don't you think he deserves a little bit of a break?
I think he wants to be as far away from Helene as possible.
Fair enough. He could leave afterwards. I mean, he doesn't. He can greet the sun, but whatever. Why? Wait, what? Can he not? Since when?
No. It's just I don't like being in a place where Istvan isn't. I'll do it if I have to, but
I
why are you
taking the risk? What if there's traffic right now? I mean,
there is a better solution to this whole Helene problem.
I sent Helene. Helene's back in the bedroom right now, right? She's not listening to this. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not doing it. It could just, rip off the fucking head.
Okay, and then I lean in and I go, look. Right now, it's not the best time, but you shouldn't. You may have noticed I had Nev leave here with a little schematic of that place. You may have noticed it's called the Chateau de Griffincourt. What's my last name?
It's your old house.
It's no. It's more than just an old house, Roland. There's a few things I still haven't told you about myself and a few secrets I have. Nothing that is any threat to you, but I might as well just tell you now. I can do things with dirt that are very interesting and stone that are very interesting, and this will be relevant to your interests in regards to Helene. So trust me, I have just done you a favor.
It doesn't seem like a favor.
You're going to be able to do whatever the hell you want to her really soon, but we need to clear up all the shit here in the meantime. This is a person, like, your issue is unfortunately a personal matter. It has to be it has to wait a little longer. And I have just delivered her to exactly the perfect hiding space so you can go and get her whenever you want when all this shit is done. What's the downside here?
The downside is we can handle this immediately and get it taken care of now and solve the problem.
There's so many people looking for her, and if she is dust, they're going to find out. It's better to stash her now.
And now someone knows where she is.
We know that, but they knew beforehand.
No, I mean Nev now knows.
Yeah. She messaged us because she knew we had her.
No, you told her where you're going to put her, and you put Nev in charge of it instead of me.
Yeah, but do you not understand what I'm trying to tell you about the place where I'm sending them? Nev's not going to be an issue. Nev's not going to be an issue.
So we're taking out Nev too?
No, we don't even necessarily have to take her out. We just have to incapacitate her for a while. And that's going to be real easy.
It's too big of a
I'm just saying,
look,
Nev knows where she is right now. What do you think is going to happen if she comes back tomorrow night and Helene is dust? Do you think?
Well, no, that's why I said that you shouldn't have done it. But the cow's already milked now, so there's nothing we can do.
Look, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. She knows who I am. Okay? We can't, that wouldn't have worked, okay?
Frederica says, why was she giving me the stink eye?
Because you suck.
She hates you.
She doesn't know me.
She knows enough. Also, the hateability just kind of wafts off you, dude. I don't call him dude, sir. It just comes in. We don't even breathe and we can smell it.
Well, you can't go back on this now because now Nev's a loose end. So we're going to send her.
Well, then you should have just ripped her head off. You should have just ripped her head off, Roland, and that would have solved everything. And everybody in the city would be wondering where the hell she is. But, okay?
Not me. She'd be in hell where she belongs.
It's not just about you. It's not just about you here.
No, it's about Istvan. Thanks for telling me about that, by the way.
I wanted to tell you, but I told you as soon as I could. We were literally right outside of
Tell me as soon as you could.
We were literally in a Sabat warehouse.
I had to hear it from him.
Yeah, because we were literally coming back from a Sabat warehouse. Look, also, isn't it history? Never mind. Point is, I tried to tell you something weird went down. I didn't want to elaborate on it because I wasn't even sure if your ghoul would be comfortable with that.
Well, if you have to dominate someone to do something for your amusement, chances are good that they're not comfortable with it.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, he wouldn't have been comfortable with me telling. Maybe he wouldn't want you to know. I don't know what your deal is with him. So therefore, maybe he would have been uncomfortable with you knowing exactly what happened. So I just said something weird went on and left it to him to tell you. I think that's a pretty considerate thing to do.
Someone mentally violating my ghoul, you don't think I want to know about that?
No, not you wanting to know about it. Him wanting, whether he wanted or did not want you to know about, because he's the one it happened to, so he gets to decide, Roland.
At this point, Marie is definitely starting to feel the sun.
I need to go to bed. Just go crash wherever you want.
Right, we'll table this, but it's not over.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was.
No, go to sleep. We have to take care of a lot of crap tomorrow.
Yeah,
chances are good we're going to have to defend our right to exist as the sheriff tries to see if he can get away with murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no kidding. Among other things. Okay. All right. I'm going to say goodnight. A good day. Try not to rip Helene's head off while we're done. Or something. I don't care. And I think that's scene.
Yeah. Roland will not be ripping off Helene's head, just FYI.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, cool. Well,
That would have been a heck of a closer, though.
Yeah, but it also would have probably come on. She's gonna be
no. It would have
for storytelling purposes.
It would have made things hard enough for the players. I don't like to make things hard for the players. I make things.
Yeah, Roland's being emotional. Roland's being emotional right now.
he's allowed. He's a Bruja.
He's allowed. I'm just saying that's the primary motivation.
Roland has a few scruples, and this just happened to be one of them.
Yeah, but I think Marie's point is valid. Like it's fun story to tell. Ultimately, is it not?
That gets that. No, I think that gets into bigger questions than I am.
Yeah, that's really above the pay grade of a play-by-post game. I mean, we deal with some heavy stuff, but I don't think it's that's way above our pay grade. But I think this was a good session. I think this was a
really good session. We got a lot done.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we're still live, so we should probably close.
It was a good session. No, you're all right.
We love you guys.
Watching, had fun, and learned some new things. And I'm excited for when these dominoes start falling.
Yep. Mwah, darlings. See you in 2 weeks. We'll see you Monday because 4th of July is Sunday, correct?
Yes. Oh, I thought that we I thought that we were shifting the whole thing a week.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing too. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, we will see you guys because of the 4th of July. So
crazy.
Love you.
Goddamn.
Right between Independence Day and Bastille Day, so it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since it's French. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.